should have around 4, between 0 and 4 uncommon items. How many uncommon items do you have?
I have 1 uncommon.
Magic?
Yes, magical uncommon items.
I don't have
He has
anything
1
magical.
uncommon.
Okay.
The paper bird.
I'm pretty sure the paper birds is uncommon.
I just
Or
don't
maybe
know
there was something. Oh, there is something I do have. That I think you were supposed to make
paper bird's uncommon.
the Sith.
Oh, the
Oh, the
scythe?
scythe.
Yeah.
Is that
scythe.
rare or uncommon?
I don't remember what you told me.
I'll have to look it
I
up.
don't remember what it did.
The needle of stitching.
That is a rare item.
You got that right.
It's supposed to be a rare item.
Yes, you were going to make something so I could put it on my character, but
I sucked at it. You're right.
no, that's all right. That's all right. No.
So you guys have at least 4 uncommon items.
If you ever want
So
me
I
to-
actually think I've given you more than 4.
So when
Yeah.
Aaron gets his dice, I expect my scythe. Okay.
Got it. And then it says, as a party, you guys have at least 1 rare item.
If you ever want me to write a magic item, maybe be off free. I have a lot of fucking free time. Just give me a description of it.
Of
Any of the homebrew ones.
the homebrew ones?
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, just so you don't get overwhelmed with the initial Syndicate stuff.
It looks like I overloaded you guys on uncommon items and didn't give you as many common items.
Yeah, we have. I mean, I have an amulet of health too.
So between level 5 and level 10, you guys should have a total of between 0 and 10 common items.
Mm-hmm.
You should have between 0 and 17 uncommon items.
17. Wow, that's a lot.
And between 0 and 6 rare items and 1 very rare item.
Huh.
So this will be very helpful for me to know if I'm giving you guys
Yeah.
enough. I feel like I skimped you on common
yeah.
but hooked you up at uncommon.
Well, uncommon's more fun anyway.
I agree.
Common's easy to overlook.
Yep.
Especially now because there's like a lot of new ones in the new DMG, so it's like not as
His
well
hat
known.
is a common item, and it's more for flavor.
Uh-huh.
Most common magic items are for
Yeah,
flavor
there are a lot
or
of flavor,
for,
like really small
for role play.
Yeah,
So.
really small fix. Like I can like cast 1 cantrip per day that I don't have in my
Yeah.
spell list.
I have a cleric.
Yes, you got the magic
Distinguished gentleman,
needle.
That's pretty sweet.
Yep. That's worth about
Have a
3,000
cleric,
gold pieces.
Oh,
I
is
think
it?
I think
Yes,
we're
I
live,
c-
guys.
He told me and I wrote it down.
Always hopped up on caffeine.
And then we have the alchemist
Yeah,
recipes for
really.
the fertilizers.
Oh, I gave you guys a really very rare item. You guys just sold it. It was the abomination
True,
suit.
that's a very rare.
Yeah.
And we had that
Oh.
ring of regeneration at one point too.
You guys had access to being able to borrow one. So.
Borrow one.
Yeah, that didn't work out. Well, probably for the best because he's dead.
Yeah, I have that amulet of health too, which is.
I don't get me wrong. I miss Lemmy or I miss Skulk, but I think Lemmy will be.
I think it'll be fun. I think
it'll be interesting. I think he's finally playing the character he was always meant to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you, I'm glad you had the name change for him last week as well.
Yeah, he was talking about that.
Thank you.
I was watching.
I
and, like,
I try not to interfere too much, but I was just gonna call him Lemmy.
I was watching and like cleaning around the house, and you're like, "No, I'm gonna call you Lemmy." I was like, "Yes."
What was his name before?
Louise.
I didn't like it.
Or Louise.
If it
Yeah.
was Louis or Louis, that's fine.
I think Louis would have been good.
Louis would have been fine.
Yeah, I was like, no, that's my mom's. No, we're not going with that.
But it was just I didn't it was just like nails on a fucking chalkboard. I don't know why. It just bothered me. Ugh.
So the scythe was
Oh, yeah, that's
preserving scythe, 1+1 bonus, resistance to necrotic, advantage on death save. I remember writing that down.
It gives you advantage on death saves?
That's what it says.
That sounds like a rare item.
I think it's a rare item.
Yeah,
it
'cause-
was in the one-shot adventure for
I think it was your.
it's under the
Dungeon in a box.
Yep. I'm looking under the one-shot wonders and I'll find it. It's going to be in the book.
I think I've already taken more notes than last session.
I'm gonna try adding it now. Here on D&D.
Okay, one-shot wonders. There we go. It's the Dread Harvest.
Oh, is that what it's called? Nice.
Red heart.
That was the name of the session. I think it's called.
Oh, I like
Oh.
that. I thought that was the
Honestly,
name. That was
that'd be a sick
awesome.
name for the site.
If-
Damn
if
it.
if
I wrote that down.
If that's what you want to call it. That's
Yeah, I'm
fine.
gonna call it that.
honestly,
That's
pretty
awesome.
fucking sick. Do you remember what? Because the scythe isn't an actual weapon. Do you remember what weapon we used?
Polearm.
Polearm. So
Glaive,
like
yeah.
a glaive. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can add that. To
Glaive.
the
Or a glaive. Either or.
Am I proficient in that? Martial weapon?
Because the
simple-
scythe is actually not
Yeah.
listed even in the
Yeah.
new book,
Okay.
which I'm kind of shocked
Yes, that'd be awesome.
There's what?
about.
Yeah, if it's a martial.
Scythes are not listed in the
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of.
in the
I thought
book.
they were.
Sickles
No.
are.
Oh, sickles.
Sickles
That's what
are-
it is.
They call it the preserving scythe, and it's a rare item, which requires attunement.
I've had it long enough. I'm probably attuned to it already.
Rob, I'm gonna send you a picture of the text.
But
on
I'm gonna
this.
call it the
Yeah,
Dread
I can add it.
Harvest.
Sure. If you want, that'd be
Yeah,
fun.
go ahead and.
So you can have it on a sheet.
Heck, it might even be something that you want to use in one of your games. It's pretty cool.
It sounds pretty sick.
Is the gun cane gonna be magical?
I haven't decided yet. It will be cool.
Well, yeah. Duh.
Okay. Anyway, let's do recap. I think we're live. I think we've been live.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Always just sneaks it in there.
It's all right. I told him to go live.
It's fun.
So we're gonna do recap from last week's session. Last week, you guys got to learn a little bit more about the world that Lemmy came from, and his dad, and betting some cards, and where he came from, and what he's been doing. At least what he told you guys have been doing. You guys got to play my version of Three Dragon Ante, gambling, and you guys won a lot of money, which is good because then you can use that money to buy things.
I'm sad I missed it.
I know, the one time we actually play cards and you weren't here.
It's okay. We can play again.
We can now that I have the rules for it, and it's actually pretty fun. Because I made them up. I just made the rules up for it because I knew it was going to come up. He's playing a person who likes card games, so
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense. Okay, let's see. You guys did some other stuff. Let me check my session notes. I should have been prepared for this. I was not.
I think it's mostly the card game. We got an offer for to buy guard someone's goods in the same caravan we were trying to get into anyway. And then we found out more about Lemmy's
Is that the Blackberry?
backstory.
Well, you guys learned a little bit about Lemmy, but there was more that was revealed that only he knows.
Yeah, most of it was stuff we know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be referring to Jess for the notes. If there's any names, I totally have.
Basically, last session, you guys played your game of cards. You were introduced to Lavender, who is
Here they are
some
right
form
here.
of an art collector, is what he told you. If he didn't tell you that, that's what he is. I must have missed that detail. He's a little bit of an eccentric
part of the
card
Cloak and
player. He's a
Dagger.
gambler. He loves to play cards. And he kind of fancies himself a bit of a high roller. He talked about how there were a few high roller
That's what
games
I
that he's been
got.
involved
That's
in,
all I
and
wrote down.
he extended the invitation if any of you guys would ever like to get into one. Once you guys are done with this little bit of business. Once he saw how you guys played cards, and saw how you guys kind of handled yourselves, he said, asked you if you would be interested in being hired as his bodyguards, as he is going to be taking some relics up north near Waterdeep, which happens to be where you guys need to go anyway. There's already a caravan kind of heading out there with trade goods and whatnot. And you were in the city waiting for the Cult of the Dragon to kind of show up, which is the whole reason that you're here. So this kind of gives you an in to traveling with the caravan. You don't know what cargo you are carrying, what cargo you are protecting, or why he wants to move it.
I think Otis would have asked if it was explosive.
And the answer would have been no.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Every-
That's
That is
all
good
you
to
need
know.
to know.
But if you would have rolled an insight check, you would have been known that he was not sure.
Oh, interesting. Well,
Since you were
Can't be.
not here.
Can't be held responsible if it blows up. You're my gunpowder. Moonshine.
Fig wandered around the city to look for certain magical items. He was able to find a couple of them. There were some flashbacks in Lemmy's room that only he knows about, and we ended the session with a stranger breaking into Lemmy's room. Did I miss anything else important? Set some mood musica.
Nice.
Let me send this picture.
Oh, okay.
Rob, that's in.
I mean,
that's
they're
in the
just
live
the
crew,
artists.
a live show crew channel.
So when you draw
I'll
them,
double
you
check.
just don't look at them,
Okay.
and it's whatever. That's
You can use it either as a glaive or a pole arm.
But
I
you also-
genuinely don't care which one.
It's a good shuffle.
Do you wait to see
Um,
if you have to add anything, or do you
Very
got it?
effective. You should be in Vegas.
I'll double check. Yeah.
You're almost at the big time.
Okay. Yeah, there's a little bit.
It's just an image from the thing. So,
Uh huh.
Lemmy.
Lemon.
Okay.
Yes. I don't have a mini for lemon.
It took you how long to paint gold?
He's not fucking done. So
That's why I pulled him.
Guess that guy's going to the the Hero Quest box.
Death Harvest. Nice.
I got 2 of them too. They sent me another one. I didn't order it.
Wow, that should have been a
nice.
sign right there.
That he's gonna die.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna.
That I need.
I'll help you paint.
I
him.
needed 2.
I might need him later. Anyway, Lemmy, you are in your tavern room with Fig. Fig is curled up with his tail and seemingly oblivious to the surroundings and strange happenings going on in your room. As you have this momentary flashback to bits of your past while staring at this silvered mirror that seems to contain a very lifelike, ghostly image of a red-haired, almost auburn-haired woman in a blue sort of formal dress. She seems to be almost calling out or trapped inside this particular item. It was the faint smell of almost like a smoke or sulfuric hint in the air that you notice before you hear this slight little sizzling pop. As you look over in the corner, you see a tall, thin, blue-skinned tiefling. All you can really make out is the moonlight kind of reflecting off, and you see the dark skin on his arms. He's wearing like a sleeveless sort of leather vest where the front of it is pretty open. It's like a very deep V. It's black with it looks sort of old, like maybe some sort of a hand-me-down thing. This is not a new piece of gear. And the vest that he's wearing looks more decorative than functional. It doesn't seem like it serves any real armored protection, as it's got a couple buttons on it that are like this brass color that the light sort of catches, that's kind of barely holding it in there. The one button looks like it's been sewn on multiple times. You see that he has many tattoos, these almost like big black deep tribal tattoos that sort of go down both of his arms, which are bare, and across his chest. His horns, for a tiefling, either he has filed them down to where they're not as prominent, or they just never grew in all the way, but they're almost in fine, almost like devil horn points. His eyes are of a deep yellow, and his irises themselves are almost invisible, but they're able to make out. His teeth are sort of jagged and pointed. He looks more fiendish than tiefling. The human side of him is very almost non-existent. His tail itself it's long and thin, but not like forked or anything at the end, and it's sort of like curled up around his waist, sort of like flicking back and forth, kind of like a cat's. You see a long silvered rapier on his side, and he's holding a dagger in the one hand. He's like picking out something from his teeth as he smiles at you.
Yeah, so I'm picking up my cards because after I just threw them against the wall, using a spell slot. Shit. So I guess first, like, quick glance, do I know who this is?
You know this person.
Okay.
You know this person as an individual known as Umbra Fell.
Write that down right now. You're gonna want to know them. Yeah, so I'll just kind of address him by his names. Do I know him as hostile?
No.
Okay.
You've worked with this individual before.
Friend, ally, or
The last time that you
acquaintance?
interacted with this person, he was an ally.
Okay.
You both work for the same organization known as the Cloak and Daggers.
So just kind of again picking up my cards out of the wall, piece by piece. How can I help you?
I see you have not perfected that trick, friend.
It's a work in progress.
Keep practicing. And your progress?
It goes well. The big fella no longer has any clothes.
You can drop the act with me. We both know you're not hunting the orc. Did you find the object that the Vulpine possesses?
I didn't know what a Vulpine was. My bad.
That's why I was.
Sorry, I killed the character. You know what? Give cool stories to other people that know English. Third grade level.
It's all good.
Let's hit the rewind
All right,
button.
all right.
Let's take that again.
Let's hit me with the line again.
Have you found the item that the Vulpine possesses?
I've seen a quick glimpse. Nothing that probably couldn't be easy sleight of hand trick. You
So
know?
they have bought your cover of you hunting down the barbarian?
I mean, I will say they're not enemies. So
Mm.
I would say anybody that just meets somebody is just a little weary.
That item is worth a lot to our employer.
I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, he's right there. You can just take it from him. I won't stop you.
I don't think it's quite that easy.
I'm not gonna touch it.
That was the arrangement that we had.
Then what are you doing here? I could have just brought it to you.
I just came to check on your progress.
Well, it's
Something that valuable, he's not just going to leave unprotected. You have to finesse the situation. Make friends with him, yes?
Right. Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be hard. He can like teleport up in that thing.
Interesting.
And there's something that lives inside.
I don't know about that part. All I know is that our master wants it. He says that it is of great value.
Is it still the same price?
1 million gold pieces, yes.
Okay. Well, progress as well. Gulk's naked. Items in sight.
The Gulk bounty, if you collect that as well, great. But we both know that was just a cover. Our employers would be happy to see him felled as well, if you could manage. But I was not hired to take the object. You were.
I'll give you half if you take it. Or I'll give you half if you help me.
I feel that that would upset my master.
Who's your master?
The same.
The thing that lives in the lamp.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Our master, Mr. Xavier.
Oh. Okay.
I don't ask what he wants it for. I don't know what it even does.
All I know that it does.
Do you even know what the object is?
No, but I will say he's not offended with somebody else holding it.
He kind of chuckles. I mean, if you know what the item is, I'll go over, slit his throat, and take it right now.
All I know is he can teleport inside of it.
But you don't know what the object is yet.
Obviously, it's magical,
There are many magic objects in the world.
and that's one. But I'm gonna say if you
So
can
your
teleport,
progress report is that he still has it.
it's right there in his bag.
But you don't know what it is yet either.
All I know, he teleported in, gave it to the holy guy, and on his way.
Don't even know my name.
Clearly, it's a lamp.
But I'm gonna say it's pretty magical. It got him out of the sticky situation that he was in when he was in that plant And
1,000,000 gold pieces for one item. It must be powerful.
I would say it does more than just teleport.
Well, you continue on your task, and we will be checking in periodically to see how you progress.
Do I still get obviously the reward of 1,000,000, but do I also get the other reward?
You will have to discuss that with Lord Charles.
Okay.
But it's been my experience that when he is happy, he makes good on his promises. And when he is unhappy, he really makes good on his promises.
How can you argue with that?
Glad to see that you are making progress. I will allow our master a brief summary of you are on the inside. It is going according to schedule.
Yeah.
Nice job.
I don't fuck up all the time, just most.
You're a good agent. We've done many jobs together. We both know this fuck up facade is just an act. It's a con. You've saved my life more times than I can remember. You are the one that got me into this organization.
Yeah, and pretty soon you're gonna pass me up. You're getting pretty strong yourself.
I hope so. No offense. I wish to take Lord Charles's place one day.
It would be an honor working with you. Or for you.
1,000,000 gold. Sounds an awful lot like maybe a retirement, yes? Nah. If I had that much gold, I probably wouldn't retire either.
If somebody has 1,000,000 gold, somebody's probably got 2,000,000 they're willing to partake with.
You're not wrong. Good luck to you.
Now, would I know where, before I ask the question, is Charles still in the same spot in which I left him?
Charles?
Yeah.
You mean
Like-
Chuck?
Chuck, Charles. I thought you said Charles. Did you say Charles?
I mean, Chuck is short for Charles. It's like a nickname.
Okay.
Yeah, because you call him Sir Charles.
His friends refer to him as Chuck.
Okay.
But during business matters, he is Lord Charles Xavier.
Lord Charles.
So is he in like the same spot?
Mhm.
Okay. And I would know that.
You know where the Cloak and Daggers
Okay, I just wanted to make
headquarters
sure.
is. Yep.
Well, hope to see from you soon. What mission are you currently on?
Currently, I am hunting a different magical relic. I don't know what he wants with all of these items. I just know that he pays well. This one is supposedly the finger of a demon.
Keep your ears perked up if you hear any news about the Green Man. I would love to just claim some small petty side cash.
The bounty is still good.
Well, I know.
He has made a lot of enemies within our organization.
I'm just saying, if you hear anything, bring it back to me.
I will. I will keep my ear to the ground, so to speak. Good
Alright.
luck with your new friends.
Yep.
And he kind of gives you a bow. And then he disappears in a puff of like black sulfuric smoke.
His name was Nightcrawler.
No. His name is Umbra Fell.
I wrote that.
Umberfell?
Umbra Fell.
Not Fall.
So,
I put F-E-L-D. Feld or fell?
Fell. Like
With an L.
present tense of falling.
Okay, I was just making sure I didn't hear it.
where is Fig's bag?
Fig's bag is... I don't know, Fig, where is your bag?
Are you guys in the same room together?
Yes.
Just me and him.
I basically looked at the two of them and went, nope, and brimmed with you guys.
He stays pretty close with this stuff, so he's probably like, almost like, he does that like fox thing where he's like in a ball, but the bag is probably like next to him, like right next to him, or like leaning up against him, probably.
I could see you like curled up on top of it, or
Yeah, true.
Or using it
Probably
as a pillow.
something like that. Yeah.
like tail wrapped around it.
Yeah, just kind of the
Cat.
just natural instinct, just peering over at the bag and just kind of giving a head shake, like, nah, it's not going to be that easy. So I will lay on like the sofa or whatever that's in there, just kind of lay down.
Okay.
Go to sleep.
And you rest. The rest of the evening is uneventful. Those of you who haven't yet, please go ahead and get a long rest.
I get heroic inspiration
Yeah, you get that every day.
because I'm a fucking bored. Nice. I get 40 points. Me too. I'm level 6.
I don't think I need it, but I'm gonna go ahead and just hit it up.
Oh yeah, just make sure.
All right. You guys get your long rest. You wake up nice and refreshed in the morning. Ready to start a new day. What would you like to do? The day is yours.
Do we remember what the expected date for the caravan was supposed to be?
The expected date for the caravan is supposed to be leaving tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
That was
So we have one.
Estimated. It's hard to say. At least the caravan within the city is. Lavender, he said that they plan on leaving tomorrow.
Okay. Well, you still need to get your thing, right?
Yep. I feel like I don't remember when she said it'd be ready. I feel like it's ready now.
Probably.
Which thing are you getting?
My gun cane.
Gun cane. Back at the artificer.
Yep. What's her name? Sprocket.
Sprocket.
Sprocket. Sprocket.
Her name's Toad.
Toad.
potatoes.
Yep. I did get the grenade. The grenades. I have 5 of those.
So you get up to
The
go
holy
head to the
grenade?
artificer's shop in the back of the, well, it's not really an individual shop, it's in the back of the blacksmith square. And they've made most of the repairs on the door, so now they have a functioning door. It doesn't look like the finest craftsmanship ever, but it's functional and it's able to, shut and lock. You hear the blacksmiths inside. They're hammering away on the anvil, and you hear Sprocket kind of off in the back of the shop cursing.
Hey, Sprocket, my dude, what's up?
Hey. Oh, you're the frog. Okay.
No, I'm the bird.
Come on in. You're probably here for your cane.
My gun.
Gun cane.
Yeah, I am.
Well, it was tricky. I've never made anything quite like this before, but it was a challenge, and I get to keep the blueprint designs,
Yep.
potentially selling this to other people. So it will have chances to imbue it with more powerful enchantments and arcane crystal power-ups, but for right now, it's basically just going to be your standard firearm inside of a cane that can shrink down into the size of a derringer.
Nice. I like that. That's awesome. So how do I do the crystal imbuey magic-y stuff? Like,
You
what is that?
probably have to find somebody a little bit more skilled in enchanting than myself.
Okay, so a Chapman wizard kind of person? And they can
Possibly,
put
yeah. Maybe even
stuff
something
on
that
it?
you could potentially tinker with at some point. Firearms are very volatile and not really commonplace, so it would be difficult to find. It also would have probably cost a lot more money.
Oh, yeah, I ain't got that much cash. And I think, I don't recall 100% if I paid the full down payment.
I think you paid all of it.
Okay,
You were very excited about it, so.
makes sense. What would you like me to add that as in my inventory? What kind of gun?
What is your medium-sized gun? Like, not your long rifle.
I think the medium-sized gun is the blunderbuss.
Then just make it like a blunderbuss. Just call it
Okay.
a blunderbuss cane or something. Unless you have a pistol,
I do have a pistol.
then make it a pistol cane.
Pistol cane.
It collapses down to about the size of a small Derringer pistol, and you can kind of like fling it, and it'll extend out into like a black metal cane.
Nice. Ooh, there's an.
Nice little silver grip on the handle. It definitely looks like a pistol handle.
range 60, 240, 1d10.
Yeah, whatever the normal stats are on it.
Yeah, that's the Exandria pistol.
Okay. Same, disadvantages and stuff with the. Is it the grip or whatever? Grit, I think is what it's called.
Misfire.
Yeah, misfire.
Yep.
Exact same stats though, just makes it easier to figure out what we're doing.
All right.
We'll figure out magical stuff later.
Sounds good.
Now, don't put your eye out with that kid.
I'm gonna try not to, but I got these big old peepers. Never know. Good thing I know a man of the cloth, and he fixes eyes real well. So, I appreciate your concern for me, though. Now, if you're going through your blueprint and you're making more and extras, and you find like a twist here, a turn there, make it a little bit better, I'd appreciate an upgrade.
Sure.
Since it was my original idea.
Absolutely.
All right, I like it. Hey, that door looks great.
I didn't have anything to do with that.
That door looks like shit. You should probably
Thank
do
you.
it because they don't know what the hell they're doing.
No, they have no idea what they're doing. It's like they've never made a hinge before.
You want me to take a whack at it? I got some tools.
It's kind of fun watching them struggle.
On my way out.
You would think blacksmiths would be really good at making metal hinges, but apparently not.
Yeah. Normally, I feel like metal they make like is in one piece and it's not expected to move. And yeah, this is a moving metal piece.
I'm just waiting for them to ask me proper.
So to facilitate that process, do you want me to like just blow the shit out of it on the way out while testing my gun cane?
I wouldn't want you to accidentally get arrested
Nah, it
for
ain't
disturbing the peace.
Ain't gonna catch me. Okay.
Listen, I'm not saying you should, but you're an adult. You can make your own decisions.
You have free will.
I am an adult.
You're an adult frog.
All right, you're gonna be on that door by this afternoon. I promise you. Okay, and I will leave.
Okay. She goes back up into her little laboratory, and you hear this cursing.
And then I'm going to I'm gonna hook Rufus up onto the top hinge to start biting at it a little bit, and then I'm gonna try and like curb stomp the bottom hinge off.
Are you doing this stealthily, or
No.
How does one stealth kick a door?
they might not notice if they're working? Like
I
they
mean,
wouldn't notice at first.
I
It's
assume
good
it's
while
loud
they're
in
striking
here,
it.
and you know
It's
maybe
pretty
they're-
loud, yeah.
So maybe I'll time it up or try to with like one of the hits with the hammer as my Spartan kick in the door hinge.
It's gonna be like Peter covering up his farts, where he farts. And just like,
Probably.
Lightning, yeah.
cover up
Probably.
your cough with your farts with a cough.
Yep. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
You're not very athletic.
I am super athletic. That is a 14.
You're able to bust the hinge.
And Rufus for the top hinge.
Oh, sure. Yeah, make an attack roll.
Ooh, 18 plus stuff.
Yeah, that's
You're wasting your good rolls now.
Yep. Your dice is actually working when it doesn't matter.
it's because you talk shit about it.
Yep.
That's what it is.
All right.
So yeah, he gives a little slobber on the thing and spits out a little bit of the acid and starts eating right through the metal almost immediately.
That's my boy. High five, Sam. All right, let's go meet up at the curb.
So as you're kind of like walking by, you hear the door go a couple seconds later.
Hey, your door fell off. You guys suck. Make doors.
You hear the two doors and what is going on out there?
Golf's back.
And then you hear Sprocket up in the room. She's just laughing. She's just giggling. I told you that door sucked.
Yeah, I do. Thought y'all was blacksmiths.
She's just laughing. She's just giggling. Like maniacally laughing.
Okay, and then I'll meet back up at the crew.
Fair enough. All right, so I'm assuming the rest of you are probably breakfast, getting your stuff together.
I'm probably gonna craft if we don't have something else we need to do.
Is there a place like with practice dummies where you could get used to a weapon?
Sure. Yeah, I would say that there's an area.
Then we'll take the Death Harvest the night before. I tuned to it. Now I'm just like, okay, new weapon. Used to a shield and a mace. Now I've got to just basically buckle down the shield and two-hand this thing. So I'm gonna try it out since we've got time. So
Yeah, sure.
So I'm gonna go try to get like used to swinging it around because basically it's a big glaive with a hook at the end of it, right?
Are you proficient with martial weapons?
Yes.
Okay. That's good. So yeah, he goes off with his big scythe and he goes out.
Instead of like I'm like sort of like the angel of death with that looking thing. I'm like,
Scariest cleric.
He's a life domain cleric too.
yes, just like
Every grave domain and death domain
Bless
cleric right
you!
now is pissed because their DM didn't give him a scythe.
Like that's a really cool weapon to have for like death or grave domain, but
They're
like,
like,
in
how
my
does this
cleric,
healer
it's
get that?
bless you, kneel before God.
He,
Cut someone limb off.
he comes out of his bedroom with a little white skull painted on his face.
Who do you serve, Sauron?
What happened? It changed me. Yeah, so you go out to do a little training exercises for an hour or so, just to kind of get the feel and use the weapon. It's going better than you thought. It handles a lot like a spear, or you're not completely unfamiliar with farm equipment. Growing up where you grew, you've never tried to use anything like this, like to hurt anyone before, but you definitely figure it out, and I would say that you get pretty good with it in that little bit amount of time, figuring out the different ways that you can use it and manipulate it. So yeah, he spends an hour or so doing that. You're busy doing crafting things. Fig, what are you up to?
I'm thinking about potentially also crafting
Okay.
some proficient in the Arcana skill now. I kind of forget how crafting scrolls works though.
And what would you like to do while he's looking that up?
So
Just
for the
remember
most
healing
part,
potion.
Okay, thank you.
I'm kind of sitting there sitting there getting ready for like checkout and stuff like that from our nightly stay. Eating breakfast and stuff in my room, but also just looking at the mirror and constantly getting the playback of what's going on in there. And just studying that the whole time, just hyperfixated on the mirror itself.
Okay.
Basically, almost until someone either A comes and gets me, or roughly I know it's time to kind of leave.
Okay.
Because the caravan comes today. At like
I would say that after an hour or so, Crispin kind of comes back into the tavern. I'd say after maybe a couple hours or so, Otis comes back into the tavern. So they probably are looking for you, trying to figure out what your guys' next move is going to be, while the other two are off doing crafting things.
I'll pull Crispin aside.
Sure.
So, how long has the fox had the lamp?
Subtle.
Because we just
That's kind of an odd question to ask me. Just like I don't know. That's the first time he showed it to us.
Well, don't you worry that it got your friend killed?
I was upset, as you've seen, but in my line of work, you learn how to forgive people. You work from there, repent. And I know he has his ways. I know he eyeballs my chicken a lot, but that's stuff I look past.
It's an actual chicken, folks. For those just tuning in, he has a pet chicken.
It is not.
It's not my kind.
It is a male. You can go reference
His name
by
is the Colonel. It's
it's
pet.
the Colonel.
He's been with him since session 1.
Yeah.
So
I know. It's just. Do you know anything about it?
I know it's an oil lamp from what I've seen.
But he can teleport inside of it.
Okay, I got a talking chicken.
Touche.
He has Otis has the old Rufus.
I was just wondering if there was anything weird about it. Like, is that the only thing you've seen? I mean, I'm being genuine.
I mean, what do you? I mean, no, that's the first time I've seen it. I haven't seen it do anything else. I mean, maybe he uses it to fill up lanterns as we're going down in different towns. I don't know. You mean go buy you one? I mean, hell, you just won.
I don't think you're going to be able to buy one like that.
That looked a little beat up.
It did. All right. You don't. Okay.
Anything else you want to know about? I mean,
No, I just like I said, it freaks me out a little bit.
just to give you a heads up, it's kind of a rooster here. He don't lay eggs, so
Okay.
You guys are kind of having this
I kind of want to pull.
odd conversation.
Let me check my inventory real quick.
And,
I do have a lamp on me. I'm like, I got a lamp also. If you'd like to look at this,
Sure.
and I hand him lamp. I'm like, do you need this lamp? I mean, you can have it.
And it's about this time where you guys are having this weird kind of conversation that Lavender comes back into the tavern. Am I interrupting something?
Is it just us two and then Lavender?
You guys are kind of over in the corner. Otis is by himself, and it looks very weird, the interaction that you guys are having right now.
Indy
Just-
500.
Just to interject a little bit, Lavender is the card dealer from last
Yes.
session. Okay.
He's a wood elf, yes.
Yeah.
With fake rings.
Fake rings.
Dude's not as rich as we thought he was.
He's got fake J's.
He's a little bitch. That couldn't take his wife on a date.
He's been very nice to you guys so far.
I know. But
He lost graciously. He didn't even try
Yeah,
to
true.
tell you or anything.
You know, after it's a job
No.
afterwards.
I was going to say, he's trying to kill us on this scavenger hunt. He knows we have the money now.
Yeah.
So now it's a 5-for-1 special.
So again, I ask, am I interrupting anything?
No, we were talking about how we're going to overthrow the government.
That's nothing like what we were talking about.
The entire government.
Nah.
So
I'll show him a card trick.
we're going to see this lamp right here,
Mm-hmm.
and I just hand it to him. You grab it. I'm like, he says he's going to teleport into it, and I just walk into it. And as I walk by, I'm like, just like roll my eyes a little bit and like,
Teleport into a lamp. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Where did you acquire such an artifact?
From the Great Crispin.
Fascinating.
Yep.
If it actually works, would you be interested in selling it?
Yes. But you have to know the magic word.
Can you demonstrate it for me?
I'm going to go to the bar. I'm like, I got to see this. Let's go, Mr. Performer. And I'm going to sit back and I'm like, yes.
Just checking his
I wish
phone.
this was persuasion. I get a +9 for performance. Ooh.
Can I deceive him
Well-
into thinking I went into the
You can't necessarily... Like, I can't show you.
Pull up the blanket.
Runs into the wall.
'Cause he just gave it to me. So, like, he had his own magical word that he used. And once I get it, it has to, like, get used to me. Get warmed up.
Does it feel like he's faltering with...
Yeah, I'd say so.
I'm going to go, Mr. Lavender, he has to attune to it first before he can do such magic.
And according to D&D 5e, you have to wait 24 after a long rest. Or a short rest.
The offer still stands. I would be interested in purchasing it if it works in the way that you.
You know
are-
what? He
are
will
stating.
tomorrow.
I got you tomorrow.
On the
well.
trip there, when we have some dead
Yep.
time, I guarantee he'll try to get in
Matter of fact, I bet you the fox can definitely do it.
I'm always on the hunt for rare art pieces, especially those of a magical nature.
Oh, it's magical.
So Otis wants to.
I'm a bit of a collector, you know.
Otis is gonna clap his hand since he's a little bit away and cast thaumaturgy onto the spout of the lantern and make a little fart sound come out.
Lavender giggles.
Hey, it sounds some squeeze back out of it.
I don't know that that's something that I could market and resell, but that is quite.
Do I know
hilarious.
that Otis did that?
I would say no.
No.
Because you guys are all kind of wrapped up in this little conversation.
Is there a topper on this thing to like take off?
I don't know what kind of lamp this is. He
Okay,
said
is there a
is it like a
It's just a
bullseye
lamp.
lantern?
It's like a little
Okay,
old
so how does
utility
a
lamp.
lamp work? Like, how do you fill a lamp? Do you fill
A
it with
lamp
the
burns
spout?
oil as fuel to cast bright light in a 15
But do you
foot
but
range.
you fill it through like the spout, or do you fill
through
it
the lid.
Okay, so I'll take off the lid and be like, oh, so, must be occupado. I'll put it right back down.
You're an odd bunch.
Huh?
You're an odd bunch, but I think we're gonna get along fine.
Yeah. So with this caravan, what kind of stuff we hauling here?
I'm not sure about the rest, but I have a business transaction that's going to take place outside of Waterdeep. I'm pawning off one of my rare art pieces.
Ooh. So you're kind of like an art extraordinaire.
I'm like an art dealer, you could say.
So this caravan, you're hiring a caravan to take your shit with other people's shit. So it's like a collective, or it's like we're just hauling the painting.
Well, it's not a painting, but it is an art piece, and I have a potential buyer in outside of Waterdeep who has expressed interest in purchasing the piece for a very sizable amount of money, and I just need to ensure that I and the piece get there intact, which is what I'm hiring you all for. It's
Right.
not really. I'm just going with the caravan because there's safety in numbers, and a lot of times when these trade things go along, like me by myself on a horse or whatever, I'm probably going to get murdered on the road. Let's not kid ourselves. I don't look like I could handle myself very well.
Yeah, you don't.
But I also know my limits. I don't put myself in dangerous situations.
Do you know what other companies are have items in this caravan?
No idea. I know that they said that they were going to try and gather up a bunch. Most of it's trade goods and merchants just taking their wares up to from one end part of the world to the next. And again, there's safety in numbers. You're less likely to deal with bandits or thieves or even wild monstrosities on the road in such a large thing. And we'll be stopping off in smaller towns along the way, so you don't have to entirely rough it. You could still sleep in taverns and inns if you wish to have a little bit more comfort. So
You know if there's any room left on the caravan for taking other things?
you have something you wish to transport.
Maybe.
I'm sure that as long as you could provide the proper transportation for it, as in a wagon or whatever, I don't see how
We
that would
still
be a
have
problem.
wagon, don't we?
I think it's
so.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
we still
on
got
outside.
Clyde and is it Buttercup?
Yes.
Yeah, they're outside.
No,
They're not-
Bonnie. It's Bonnie and Clyde.
There's a buttercup too.
Was there a Buttercup?
Yeah.
Or was it Buttercup and
Buttercup
Clyde?
was the horse that she spoke to, that you guys got from Copperton.
Yeah, so we've got all of those, I think.
We got a shitload of animals.
Oh, did we leave Bonnie with the one?
Yeah,
from-
that we did. Yes.
So you guys still have Clyde, the
She didn't make it.
fiend donkey.
She went to the farm.
Fuck! Shut up. She made it.
Went hunting.
Okay. And when does this caravan take off? You said today, tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Look at the
Okay.
rabbits,
That's when
George.
it's supposed to. I'm not sure exactly what it is that we're waiting for, but they seem to know. So
Go.
caravans are not always these really well organized things. It's usually just this conglomerate of merchants and whatnot that say, "Hey, we want to make this trip, and we would like to do it in a group."
I'm familiar. Ain't nothing new. Okay, just checking.
Well, that
Are you
was
keeping
painless.
the lamp?
So yes, I just
Okay.
need my my art
I
piece
will
and
remove it
myself
from my
protected,
inventory.
which would be your job.
Cool. Is your art flammable by chance?
No.
Good. That's the right answer. Between me and our Volpine friend, that's a fox if you didn't know.
I did.
We do deal in the flammable arts. So just checking.
To be quite honest, between you and me, and he kind of gets real quiet. He goes, "I'm not sure if it's flammable."
Do you want to test it?
No, not at all. If so, then it might
I
not
feel like
be
that's something
nearly as
big would have
valuable.
asked.
Would try.
Okay.
This is going to be a nice payday for me and my family.
Okay.
So I really need this deal to go through.
Who do you sell to? Oh, just kidding. I'm not in this conversation. Sorry.
Yeah, you are.
Oh,
He
sweet.
said that one part to him very quiet.
Who do you sell to?
It's a certain group of individuals who travel around and they procure very rare and potentially dangerous magic artifacts.
Okay. Okay. What was that bar that was in Waterdeep?
It was something squad, right?
Yeah.
Squad something?
Yeah.
Or puzzles.
I believe it's known as the Gold Twist Caravan.
Gulk Twist Caravan?
Mhm.
Huh.
No, that's not the name of the bar. That's in Waterdeep.
Oh no, that's the Yawning Portal. Everyone knows that place.
no,
It's
there was
famous.
another one, like smaller bar, like hometown bar.
Oh, you're talking about the Halls of Gustus.
Yeah, have you made deals there?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
But I'm not selling to them. I'm selling to the Gold Twist Caravan.
Okay, so
I heard the Gustus place is pretty cool.
I did hear that.
We should, when we get up there, you wanna? I'll let you buy me a drink to make up for you
Can
being
we-
an asshole earlier.
What did I do to you?
You card tricked me.
Oh, you're right, I did. But that's how I make friends.
Yep, you got a lot of them, I'm sure.
I'm trying to teach people a lesson. It's kind of my thing.
What was the lesson you was trying to teach me?
To not trust everybody.
Well, I didn't trust you.
Well, you passed the test.
All right, you owe me 2 drinks now.
You know what? Make it 3.
You know what? Let's make it a Baker's 4.
Okay, we'll play cards after.
Great.
Good.
Awesome.
Fine.
Lavender's dealing, though.
Sounds good. His cards?
Yeah.
Fine.
This is very uncomfortable for me.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
You guys
for all
you guys
of
are
us.
good, right? No issues you need to quash before we.
Well,
We're going to quash it at the Gustus Hall League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, pretty sure he's flammable, you know what I'm saying?
True story.
Okay.
What did I miss? Flammable.
Lemmy's flammable.
This flammable. Think we'll be glad
We're going
to
to play rock, paper, shears later. Or rock, parchment. Boulder, parchment, shears.
Dude, it's been forever since we did that.
Any other questions you wish to know about your task?
I think old Otis has asked all the hard questions.
Does anything ever fall off the cart? Like this, who keeps good inventory on this thing?
Which thing?
The whole caravan.
You were just so.
Is there anything easily stealable?
I wouldn't know.
Like, do we have an inventory list of everything that's
No,
going?
you don't.
What is it tied down? Please let us know.
This is not like a company hauling a bunch of things. I'm sure the
Going
individuals
into
have
a
their
bank
own lists of
estimate.
things.
Are you?
Hey, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure
Do
everything
you have
gets
security guards?
Yeah.
But
Cameras and
every
this
part
is
of the caravan, which is just a collection
It was
of
part of the cloak and
wagons and
dagger.
trade merchants usually,
I don't even know if I trust
probably
that
have
organization.
their own manifests, and they might not be willing to share those
It's
with
been a
you.
long night.
As for me, I don't wish to tell you exactly what I'm hauling either. Just know that it is a piece of art and it's valuable.
And maybe flammable.
Here's the only thing we need to worry about. We're getting paid. We're going to Waterdeep. And it's part of what we need to do, so we just carry on with that.
All right.
I think the last question is when and where.
As soon as the caravan departs tomorrow morning,
Okay. What location are we meeting it at?
right outside the gates in the northern part of the city.
Okay. Sunrise, probably a good bet.
I would assume as much.
All right.
These things tend to usually start at the very beginning of the day. Maybe after breakfast, but usually at the very beginning of the day.
First breakfast?
I only know of one.
Really?
Really?
Humans. Wood elves. Am I right?
I was
He looked offended. when you said-
like
he was
Chris.
first. He
Chris
was like, like it hurt his soul. Like
like their the banner they usually have. He just looks at him with that
I
picture.
have the ears.
What
Come
do you
on.
mean? What do you mean, you people?
Oh, well then, good luck, and I'll see you in the morrow. Rest up.
All right.
And he kind of calls over to the barkeep. Whatever they are having as far as food or drinks, it's on me. Just put it on my tab.
Except for Lemmy.
Whoa.
You got the thing to drink for free.
That's why you don't need it.
So Lemmy kind of gives you a bow, or not Lemmy. Lavender, he gives you a bow and kind of heads out.
Take control of that character.
So who wants to play cards?
So you guys spend your however long you
8
need to do
hours.
that, and you kind of meet up with them unless there's other things you want to do. So it's getting close to about dinner time. The tension between you guys has been building up all freaking day.
Yeah, it has. I will probably go to Hook, Line, and Sinker to see if A, we're smuggling anything in this caravan, or B, if we want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that your organization?
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
speaking to Raleigh?
I forget what his name is. Bartholomew.
Bartholomew.
Yes.
That's actually really important. Thank you for bringing that name up because I was like, there's a frog in the city, and I can't freaking remember what his name was.
Yep. That's the
All
one.
right. NPCs Bartholomew.
And Barty for short, I think. Or maybe that's just what I call him.
Did I give you a last name?
So.
Yeah. If you did, I didn't write it down.
I was gonna say Lemmy will spend most of his day drinking. Because you can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
Yeah, it's already past morning.
Yeah, no, we're at the evening time.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so
And the shop is called the Hook, Line, and Sinker.
Correct.
Thank you.
ready? 8. Am I close?
It's closer.
Nice.
So, like, I told you I lost my one notebook. It had all my cool notes in it, and now I'm using a digital one, and I'm going to have to retake some of the notes.
How does one lose a notebook?
Well, it's very easy. You put it somewhere in my house, and I don't know where the fuck it's at.
Well, if you want to borrow my notes, you certainly can.
I might hit you up on chat and be like, what was that guy's name?
You should.
There was a thing over here in the city. What was it called?
I was gonna say you could actually read his notes.
You should
I'll get them from some of you guys. I know several of you guys have good notes, so if one of you doesn't have it, I'll just confer with somebody
Between
else.
Jess and Rob, and Bill, and you guys, basically everybody but me.
Okay.
My notes are shitty.
Okay, great.
Notice the no notebook.
All up here. When they ask me questions,
A lot of times it's how I used to run too, and as long as we were running all the time, it wasn't usually that
Yeah.
big of a problem. But now that we're taking like time off, sometimes it's
It's still rough, though. It's a lot of info.
it can be yeah.
You're
Yeah.
running a lot of games.
I put a lot of my other games on hold right now because of Christmas time.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's for sad making. I was so ready to start back into Curse of Strahd.
Oh, don't worry, we're going to, but after the first.
Fair.
will you guys all play a game without me?
What?
You were invited to the game.
Yeah.
You just
What
you
the
didn't want to
hell?
play.
I play.
Yeah, we were right here. When we were
He's not
talking for you guys.
He's not playing either.
Yeah, I'm not in the game either.
He was invited as well, but he's
You're
got
gonna make a special guest appearance before me.
Probably.
probably, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, it's gonna be Gus. That's his only.
It's always Gus.
It's always Gus.
Gus already killed Strahd once.
He's like, I've done this shit.
He's technically killed Strahd twice.
Just banish it.
Yeah.
Just banish him.
True. True.
I don't know what that would.
You're fighting the multiversal version of Strahd.
If he brings out a spider, banish it.
Especially if it's a dragon, banish it.
Banish.
I
Okay.
was so pissed.
So, you guys have your little.
Just aired on the microphone. Yep. Okay. So that's everything I have for this session. 5 minutes in.
That was bullshit.
The new banish spell doesn't let you do that anymore.
Oh, rats.
It's only gone until the duration ends.
It's too bad.
Worst day of my life. Every cool monster I had, banished.
Welcome to being a DM, where your players will do things that you don't expect, and you have to be able to just make stuff up as you're going along.
You good?
You're in my zone.
Dude, I have no zone.
I can't tell you how many sessions where I've had a whole thing planned. You guys just either didn't fight it or you got past it really fast. I'm like, I guess we're just gonna make some shit up now.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Some of those were the best sessions we've ever had.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's getting like closest to dinner time or whatnot. You guys, like I said, the little tension is building up between you. You stop in at the Hook, Line, and Sinker to talk to Bartholomew, and he seems pretty happy to see you. He's like, "Hey, what brings you in?"
Hey man, we hitting a caravan up tomorrow, going north up to Waterdeep.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, are we transporting on it, or?
I mean, we
have-
can. I'm sure that the supplies down there are low. We didn't have another shipment going up for another few weeks, but always getting the shipment out early before the rush is pretty good.
Yeah. If we got the stock, I'm already running security for one part of the convoy, and we just pop a couple things on the next.
Yeah, we could definitely get a wagon loaded up. Oh, when you head out tomorrow, you said.
Yeah, tomorrow sunrise, Northgate.
All right, yeah, I'll get you about 50 barrels of the stuff, and the wagon. We'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, and then just give me the location and my contact in Waterdeep. I forget all the people.
Okay.
And then yeah, that'd be good.
It'll be in an envelope,
Sounds good.
just in case ears prying and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Understandable. I don't think we had anything else to follow up on. How's your mom doing?
Pretty good. And you said you're going up to this to Waterdeep. Are you actually stopping off in the city, or are you heading out into the outskirts?
I think a little bit of both. We're helping to transport a caravan up there, and then there's some bar we're going to. I guess it's supposed to be the bee's knees.
So you got other work.
Kind of.
That's good.
Yeah, but other work is bringing us profit, so works out.
So what other? You're on security detail then?
Yeah, just that normal.
Who are you? Whose body are you protecting?
I'm some guy. He doesn't know about. He only knows about first breakfast. Elves.
Elves, right?
Yeah. What's his name? Some purple or something.
Lavender.
Yeah, that's the one.
Be careful with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes to gamble.
Yeah, we saw that last night. He lost pretty funny.
I've heard some rumors that he's broke.
Well, he's more broker now. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't plan to, you know me. I only gamble with my life, never my money. So, just run security for him.
Well, hopefully he makes good on his promise to pay you. That's all I'm saying.
Do you think maybe we should ask for some up front?
He's always been a pretty stand-up guy, from what I understand. I've never had any direct dealings with him, as in I have no need for art. But I haven't really heard any mumblings about him in the underground, as far as being dishonest or skeevy. It seems like he pays on his debts. Sometimes he's a little slow to pay, but...
Well, I'll tell you this. He ain't bulletproof, so he better be paying.
You say he's up there making a deal.
Yeah, some art piece he's selling to someone for a lot of money, and he's gonna try and retire.
Maybe that's
off
where
of
your
it.
payment's at.
Maybe.
Well, I'd say it's a good possibility from what I've heard. So, I just keep him safe. That way you get paid. If not, you can always just possess that thing of his and sell it yourself if it's that valuable.
Yeah, I could do that. Or we can hang it up and, back home in the bayou.
Do you know what it is? I mean, I'm just being curious. If you don't want to tell me
Yeah.
your business, you don't have to tell me your business.
Well, we're all part of the crew. I know that it might be flammable, but it might
His eyes
not.
kind of perk up a little bit.
But it also could not be flammable. I know that it is being transported on a cart. I know it's expensive. That's
So
about
it's
it.
big.
Big or really heavy. It could be small and heavy.
I don't know.
He didn't talk to me about like girth size or nothing.
Did he talk about the buyer?
Some rich guy, man, person. Probably.
That's not what he said at all. But okay.
What did you say? I didn't write that part down.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know much about the buyer. I made a lamp fart earlier, and it really just
Really threw off the whole.
he giggles.
yeah, you know how it is. And it just
I get
distracted
it.
me when he was talking.
Well, again, I've never heard anything bad about him. Just that he's in a bit of debt. It's not substantial. They're not going to break his knees or anything. And he always pays his debts eventually. Just he might be a little slow to pay. So your money might be on that wagon. Is all I'm saying. It's a very good possibility.
While we're talking about people that you might know in the city, do you know of a Lemmy LeBlanc? Asshole kind of guy?
Lemmy LeBlanc.
I heard he's a really cool guy.
You know anything about him? He's a little shady.
Not in these parts.
Okay. Keep your ear to the ground on that one.
Yeah, I'll see if I can dig up some info.
I got some suspicions about him.
Well, I always trust your instincts. That's what keeps you alive.
That's right. Or let you know when you gotta go boom boom.
Boom boom means poop.
Write that down.
3 sessions from now, boom boom. too.
Yeah, what were we talking about? Boom boom. Was that a gun? No.
No.
First time viewers tuning in. What is
That's
this
a form of
show?
shitting.
What have I stumbled upon?
That's the
This is
gunslinger
both
mode
the
of
best thing
shit.
I've ever heard and the worst. What is going on?
Subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Our group is like, okay, we got something. And we're going to talk loud into a damn bar about everything we do. Like, hey, George Dragons. Like, no, don't talk about that.
So what about that lamp? You know anything about that lamp?
Yeah.
Well, he got pissed off yesterday or the other day about it.
Andy's already over it.
I told
he's
you,
not.
it's
No.
part of me. I forgive and forget.
He
It's what
sorta has
Jeebus
to.
would say.
Even you.
Frog Jesus said,
Love
forgive
thy
us.
neighbor, I guess.
Oh Jesus.
So what about that lamp?
I feel like in the end of this campaign, the Lathander like emblem will be gone, and there'll be like a little frog Jesus. Like,
They'll be holding a scythe.
I've come to harvest your sins.
For some reason, I'm imagining him with like an electric guitar in the shape of a scythe.
forgive thy enemy unless they piss you off.
Yeah, unless
And rock on.
rock on.
It's a scythe and like a whiskey barrel like cross.
Yes, that should be our group logo. That's awesome.
No, I already. paid
This
for
is why I show up every week. Just in
Yeah.
case you guys were wondering.
I was wondering.
Here in about 2 months, we'll have our own. You know, he's already broke away from the Lathander. Now we have our own little religion going. We'll have our own little cult going. We're like, are we the cult or are we chasing a different cult?
Are you the cult we're chasing?
Holy shit.
You guys are the cult of personality.
Yeah. CM Punk.
Okay, carry on.
All right. So, you will meet up with the wagon in the morning. There will be an envelope instruction inside said wagon, and you are transporting 50 barrels
drinking
of the good stuff in basically a covered wagon.
Stress relief.
Okay.
The barrels look like wine casks, so they're very intricately made to where they're actually kind of hollowed out. So if someone would open up the top of it, it looks like wine, but only for a couple inches deep down into the barrel.
Okay. And when I get back to the bar, I think I'm gonna pull the three of them aside and just let them know we're gonna have a little extra cargo. I don't trust Lemmy enough yet. To let
That's
them
fair.
know.
You just met the guy.
Yeah, and we're dealing with
Bullshit.
we're dealing with the big business right now. So Otis is not gonna take chances on that.
Okay, so he pulls you guys to the side, lets you guys know that.
Does Lemmy give them their space?
I would
Don't
say
accept
yeah.
that.
I feel like Lemmy's over there playing with those cards, waiting for a card game to happen.
Is this your card? Is this your card? Is this your card?
Wait, it's this one, right?
All right, ready?
Don't worry, I only have 51 left.
I want extra heroic inspiration. Jack of clubs.
Oh my god! No.
Damn it. That was your first death saving fail. And you're not even dead yet.
Could you imagine if you have a 1 in 52 chance? That would have been sweet on camera.
I feel like Crispin is still in the mindset that it's cough syrup. Like, it helps a lot of people. So he's like all on board for. I don't know why everybody's against it, but yeah, let's get this medicine up to Waterdeep and help out.
Don't set that wagon on fire.
That's the one. Yeah, the back wagon, very flat. Don't you do that? We're gonna have problems.
Fiora knows exactly what it is. She just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Fiora's like, I'm going to stand towards the front of the caravan in case something happens.
That's a good idea. And you know, Lemmy doesn't like kids, so he doesn't want them to get medicine. So don't tell him about it.
Oh, are you? I
know.
knew.
I know.
He is nothing like Gulk.
Yeah. You know, he makes good.
Gulk would let every kid have a sip of that cough syrup.
And
While he's drinking.
giving him piggyback rides and everything.
I miss golf.
Letting him smack him in the face.
Let him smack him in the face, get rage going on.
That was a good idea.
It
It
was.
worked.
That's why you got inspiration for it.
Didn't see you guys help.
Not the daddy, not the daddy.
All right, so you guys have, like I said, you've had this whole sort of like tension. He tells you about the new cargo. I think he really wants to play cards. You guys are just trying to settle us over cards, yes? Isn't that what you guys said?
I think we said we were gonna do it in Waterdeep with Lavender's deck of cards. Or we can do it tonight. It doesn't matter to me.
You can.
Okay.
Lavender's around. I mean, he's just not.
Pick a card,
He's just
any
not like up in
What
your
are we
guys'
doing?
business.
Let me want to play cards again.
Anybody want to play cards?
The card thing's getting old, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, we won. He won. I got 10 gold out of all the money I put in there.
6 clubs. Fuck.
You know what I do when I play cards?
We can play one, and then we should probably hit the sack a little bit early because we got a big day tomorrow. Just like
All
old
right.
times, right?
Old times.
3 dragon ante.
Yes.
You guys, are you wanting to get other additional people in playing with you, or are you just playing amongst yourselves?
I think just us.
Step right up. 3 dragon ante. Step right up.
Are you playing Fiora?
I'm kind of watching because druids don't really do this, so she's like curious.
What do you think the cleric feels like? He's like,
I have 1 vice.
it's drinking.
Lavender kind of sees that the game is getting started. Perhaps she'll allow me to win some of my money back.
Alright. Never mind. I couldn't use heroic inspiration to reroll a dice.
Not on card game.
Damn it.
Oh,
Although it does say any dice.
It does say dice.
So I would rule
are there
yes.
anybody else in the bar also? I mean, I guess
That's
it's
why you asked the question.
late afternoon or
It's in the early evening. If you guys want other people to jump into the game, we can arrange that.
Let's go.
I mean, hell, if I gotta play, we might as well make some of these other people lose their money also.
True that.
Yeah, Lavender, your deck was good luck last night. I think we used that again.
Well, it's a deck that does not allow anyone to cheat.
That's what I'm saying. And you know who we're playing with.
I never play with any other deck.
Perfect.
All right, so
You're just like, fuck this deck, I don't want to play no more.
are you familiar with the rules? You remember the rules.
Yes.
Nope.
Lose money.
Every round, you can change your card. At the end, you can swap out a card with somebody else. But they get to pick what card they
We
give you.
need 3 10-sided die.
3 10.
You're gonna need 3 10-sided dice.
Yes. And you can re-roll it 1 dice every time.
You get 1 re-roll every round.
Yes.
I have affixed the rules a little.
And it's 28 that we're going for?
The goal
Yes.
is to get 3 or 28.
3 or 28.
3
Mhm.
or 28.
How about that?
I'm only rolling 4-sided dice, too.
Now, you are allowed to re-roll 1 of your dice every round. But you do not have to re-roll any. But if you give up the chance to re-roll that round, you don't get to save it until the end.
True.
Okay. And
You are allowed to swap 1 dice with someone at the table. You can't tell them what number it is, but you can tell them whether it is a high number or a low number. That's why it's called gambling.
Do you have to be truthful?
Yes, you have to be truthful.
Okay.
That's the only stipulation.
So
on
what's
the
the
game.
ante?
The ante is whatever you want.
Well, it's your game. I guess
You
can
bet
sit
every
there.
round. So
Let's go. Let's keep it small tonight. Friendly wager. We'll gamble more in Waterdeep. Let's go 25 gold.
per
I
round.
really
No, just 25 gold in general.
Start
Start buy-in. Buy-in
okay,
25.
Everyone's in for 25 gold.
That's fair. Yeah, we'll start.
I mean, I don't think a lot of people in this inn can afford 25
That's
gold.
a lot of money.
Yeah.
How much did we start last time? 50?
That was a high roller game.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I thought we...
You're like seeing some of the other guys.
All right.
What?
I think some people
1
make-
gold.
1 gold. With that, you guys get 4 other people that want to play plus Lavender. There are now 5 entrants into the game.
Do we even know if this guy's got money?
Always
Lavender,
got to pay the alley before he
Lavender
starts.
couldn't even take his wife on a date yesterday.
Are you saying this out loud?
Okay.
I feel like you are. Yeah, I
Lavender
think
shuffles up the cards.
I think he should have to
offers
roll
you a
to see
cut,
if he whispers that.
And you cut the deck. And then he deals everybody out 1 card
One.
face down. Who's playing? Okay.
I'm sort of watching to learn the game and
I do say
This
that.
actually went very well last
rolled
time. And I
1.
think people had fun. So we'll
Yes, if I was going to say it out
Okay.
loud.
He
I
goes,
rolled a
You're
one.
this guy
I'll
couldn't even
probably
take his
join
his
So I'm
wife
trying to
out for a
whisper.
date.
And I've been
All right.
drinking
So
all day.
party is betting. Who's in the party betting? 1, 2, 3. Fig, are you in? All right, so the party is betting 4 gold in the first round.
You don't want this.
There are 5 total people counting Lavender, so the pot contains 9 gold currently.
We're rich.
Okay. Okay.
That'd be 9 gold.
Go ahead and roll 1 10-sided die. Keep it a secret.
Oh, you guys are.
I am rolling for all the people.
Now, is it closest to 3?
No, you have to have exactly 3
Oh.
or the closest to 28.
Okay.
Like total number.
Yes. You have to get exactly 3. 3 is the best hand you can have. Otherwise, it's the closest to 28
Okay.
without going over.
And can we re-roll this round?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you get to reroll every
Yeah.
round.
Okay, we get a reroll.
Oh, you guys are.
Okay. So I got all my homies' dice rolled. Lavender is going to
So when do you get the trade?
at the
At the
very
end.
end.
At the very end, gotcha.
And it's only 1.
It's only one of them.
Okay, so that guy's going to keep.
Got any 4s?
The other guys are going to roll. Their hands just sucked. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
This is their new
That
one.
place is good.
That's a good one.
So they everyone
like
goes around,
commercial.
and the
Really
bet
like
is
the blue
to the closest person to the dealer, which is Otis.
Yeah, that one.
Otis, you can bet or pass.
I bet 1 gold.
All right. Anyone want to raise it above a gold?
I bet 1 gold, 50 silver.
I bet we're
That's 6 gold.
only playing golds.
Okay, fine. 1 gold.
So he calls your bet. Is all the party in for another gold?
Yeah.
That puts
Did he
the
pay 50 silver?
That's 6 gold.
I was
I was like, what?
That's another 5
So I was
gold.
The
thinking,
party is
I was
now
thinking
in?
World of Warcraft, and it goes up to 100 silver.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
really funny.
we have 1 guy folds, 2 guys fold. The other Lavender, and then 2 of the other guys they stay. So another 3 gold goes into the pot.
I don't know if you heard earlier. He said the comment to Lavender. Well, I think he was trying to hold it under his breath, but he's been drinking.
Yeah.
That you couldn't even afford to take your wife out last night,
And I rolled a 1.
and he rolled a 1.
like,
He didn't hear it.
Too distracted by stuff.
Okay.
It's really funny.
Okay. So
You think he didn't hear it?
he deals out 1 more card to everybody. So don't lose your current dice because you have to keep that one.
Right.
Go ahead and roll a new dice for the next round.
God.
And we can re-roll either of the 2.
Yes. Yes. You get 1 re-roll of your total dice that you have per round. But only 1 die per round.
Okay.
Ooh, that's pretty good. I think I'm going to keep that one. That's also pretty good. I would keep that one. And then the other guy. Ooh. Yep. Okay. Bet is to you.
Me again?
Mm-hmm.
I'll do another 1 gold.
Ooh,
Okay.
1 gold.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe you got the cards.
Well, I got 2.
See your 1 gold. And I'll raise you 5 silver on top of it.
What's with you and silver? Is that all you got?
There's not a lot of rich people around here. Some of us didn't win 2,400 gold the other night.
I think silver 2 is a lot to them. So.
Silver's a lot.
5 silver. 1 gold, 5 silver.
So he's raising the bet up to 1 gold, 5 silver.
And I'm just gonna be like, you know what? Just add another 5 silver to make it equal 1.
So he's now
gold.
raised the bet up to 2.
That's fine.
Everybody in the rest of the party up to 2.
Yeah.
So that's another 8 gold from the party.
Yep.
And that is another 6 gold from the other participants. That puts the total pot up to 16, 22, 27, 30 gold. Okay. Last card.
Uh-oh.
He deals them out.
Ready. Shit. You get a reroll.
So if you want to trade with somebody,
You just have to tell them it's a high card or a low card.
high or low card, and they can give you anything. They don't have to tell you it's high or low, right?
You can ask them and they can tell you whether it's high or low. If they but if it's kind of like a 5, they would probably say neither.
Mid.
Yeah, like a 5 or 6, I'd say they'd probably say neither.
When can you trade?
Before the last bet.
Before.
All right, so I can do it now.
Yep. After you do your reroll.
Already did that.
Who can before?
I'm gonna say low. It's there's
And you
it's
can't lie.
That
Yeah,
there's
but
kind of low.
Unfortunately,
It's-
you can't lie.
It's not the lowest you're going to get, but it's low.
Can you keep trading cards or you only get one?
You only
trade?
get one trade, and you have to keep it.
I deny.
Big, you want to trade?
No. All right.
You denied it.
I'll trade, says one of the guys over at the table.
What you got?
It's low.
All right, who wants to trade? Who's got a high one?
I'll trade you. I'll trade.
Okay.
We'll trade this one. There it is on top.
On top.
On top. I haven't looked at it.
If he gives him what
It's the same number.
Oh, shit.
you want to trade?
You got highs
What a
and
fun
lows.
game. This is actually a lot of fun.
This is kind of fun.
All right.
Not really.
The other two players, Lavender and the other player, don't want to trade. All right, one last round of betting. If you go over 28, you have busted and you can't bet anymore. Did you bust?
I feel
I'm
like
the furthest away from busting.
Oh, nice.
That's a sentence.
I'm going to, after I trade and I see this, Crispin just takes his drink and he's like,
So, bet to
and he walks away
the
from
fine
table.
gentleman with the beard.
Oh, thanks for noticing. I'm going to bet 13 silver.
13 silver.
13 silver.
Where'd you get all that money?
Fucking shit up.
I fold.
Okay.
Crispin already walked away from the table.
2 folds.
After he got to
house fig.
this match.
He'll raise the 13 silver to 3 gold.
But you could have rolled.
One of the
rolled
players who traded
I got
with
4.
Crispin folds. Give Crispin his dice back.
Yeah.
What was it? 3.
3. I was hoping to get somebody give me like a 1 or something. 'Cause I
That's
already had.
what I was hoping for too.
I had 2 1s.
The
Me-
player
dang,
on
that's
the
crazy.
You
right
could've
hand
given
side
me
of
one of the damn
Lavender
ones.
raises the bet to 5 gold.
5 gold.
I had to trade.
Lavender raises the
Oh,
bet
is that the one you got
to
trade
10
him?
gold.
because I'm hoping you're gonna give me a 1.
The bet is 10 gold.
That's a lot of change.
Who's this from? Lavender?
Lavender raises to 10.
Trying to win some of that money back.
I raised to 1,850 gold.
He just bet his whole.
1,850 gold.
No, I don't do that. I fold.
Is Fig a go?
Yeah, I'll bet.
You're in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you call the bet.
He's been using
the
all
bet.
his wishes to get good cards.
Yeah, he
Both-
used all 3 wishes.
Both the players, including Lavender, they throw in, you throw in. There's now an additional 30 gold in the
No,
pot.
it's
That puts the
10.
pot up to 60 gold. Okay?
Okay.
And reveal cards.
2 out of 3.
I got 28.
The one player got a 26. Lavender also got a 28.
Also got 20. Did you say last time we split it?
Yep, we split the pot.
Nice. I had to use all 3 of my rerolls, but I got like I don't remember what I got for first one, but I rerolled to 10. Then my second one I got like a 5, and I rerolled and I got like a 6 or something. And then the last one I got an 8. So I'm like, oh, that's good. So then I re-rolled my second dice and I got a 10.
Nice.
So, I was like,
So you got 10 10 8.
yeah, I got 10, 10, 8.
I got 10 9 9.
Yeah.
I rolled
I was
4 at the
close to getting
beginning.
10, 10, 10,
Re-rolled
9,
and got
9
a
the
1.
last game
I was
we
like,
played.
fuck.
But,
Re-rolled the second dice, got a 1. I was like, okay, this is in the right direction.
yeah.
And then re-rolled the third one and got the 3. And when you said low, I was like, okay, maybe it's a 1.
All
What
right.
did you use? How much was the pot?
We split the 60 gold, so we each get 30.
Nice. Hey.
Yeah, I rolled a 3, and then I rolled a 2, and then I rolled a 4, and then I rolled a 6.
Okay. Any more cards?
I'm tapped out for the night.
Okay.
Thanks, making bank.
Yeah, I know.
I'm very good at cards.
Not quite as much as I won last
the
time.
fox
but
the
still
shark?
fun.
Hey, 30
It was
gold's
fun.
30
He says
gold.
30 gold, 30 gold.
Oh,
That's a half a healing potion right there.
That's what's up.
Well, I'm a
think
far
I-
away from
Five
getting
to
all
make
of my
one.
money back, but I'm feeling a little bit better.
Can we do one final bet?
Sure.
25 gold. High card. One card. No
Everything that he
no
wants.
re-rolls.
Crispin's over there getting drunk. He goes, I bet a chicken shits on your pillow tonight.
I'll make that bet.
All right. One card.
But let's make it interesting.
Oh shit.
100 gold.
Do I even have 100 gold?
Do you even have 100 gold?
Might have to be sending a message to my loan chart. I'm good. I got 100 gold. I got 240.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your 10-sided dice.
Same time.
Same time.
All right. 10-sided dice.
What's he gonna get?
Ooh, that's pretty good. I mean, I like my odds. Want to ante any more?
Only if we're allowed to reroll.
All right, no. No, I feel confident.
Why don't we just play the real game?
No.
I got a 2.
I got an 8.
You win.
Yes.
Oh,
we stole his money
I didn't
back.
just stop gambling. Poor Lavender.
Did you see it?
Eating out of the trash can.
Yeah. So Lemmy will just be like super excited for winning. He'll like raise his arm up. Drinks for every, and as he says drinks for, he'll just start to vomit because he's been drinking all day. He is absolutely hammered.
Oh my gosh.
But I will cover everybody's tab because I'm passed out, and you can just take the money off of me.
I like it. Yeah, that might be my new favorite card game.
That's really fun.
was
That's a
cool.
fun one.
So the whole time,
I want 100 gold.
Fiora was just sort of keeping an eye on,
High
well,
card.
watching the game, learning how to play it,
He got a 2.
but keeping an eye on
I got an eight.
Lavender, seeing how he reacts to losing, how he reacts to winning.
Lavender kind of takes a deep breath. He loses. You can tell that he's not happy about it, but he's not going to make a scene about it either. He's a very graceful loser. But you can see a little bit of concern on his face.
Like, concern as in might be dangerous for us concern at some point, or just,
No, just concern. Just
Okay.
general concern as in that sucks.
yeah. She's just trying to get sort of a measure of him to an extent.
He just runs out of the bar with his arms filling.
I'm sleeping on the couch.
Ramen noodles.
Ramen noodles.
I noticed that you didn't play with us.
Faerun noodles.
This game isn't common where I'm from. Still learning.
It's a good time as long as you don't get carried away.
Yeah, I might join in next time, I think.
I hope so. Maybe you'll take some of their money.
Oh, they give me their money sometimes. I make them potions.
That seems like a interesting skill. Do you enjoy
it's
it?
useful. It has its uses.
Potion making is potentially very profitable.
Should I ever settle down outside of my my tribe? Perhaps, I suppose.
And do you have business as well in Waterdeep?
I've never really been outside of my tribe, and I just sort of want to see the world.
Well, Waterdeep is definitely a place to see the world.
Yeah,
Many facets of the world.
I've heard a lot of interesting things about it.
Most of them are true, I'm sure.
I guess we'll see.
Well, it's been fun.
It's been a while.
But I think it's time to call it a night.
You know Creed's coming to town
And
Down.
I bid you all adieu.
in the shop.
Have a good evening.
I'd go.
And Lavender takes another bow and heads out of the tavern.
We should go to Nickelback. Yeah, we should. And get Kev a ticket.
To Creed?
No, Nickelback.
Oh, no, I'd go to Creed.
They're going to the shot.
Yeah, July 20th.
I'm just saying, I've seen Creed in concert before. Not ashamed to admit that.
I want to go for the people watching more than anything because I feel like
Dude, if they play
It's gonna be
with
great.
arms wide open, just
They have to play with arms wide open. They have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so July 20th, playing with Mammoth.
Mammoth. Really?
WVH.
Wow. Okay. I don't think I want to go to that show now.
And Three Doors
Who's
Down.
Mammoth?
Ugh, 3 doors down.
3 Doors Down?
Creed, Three Doors
Dude,
Down.
I
and
feel
That's
like-
like the hardest dad rock concert of all time. The only way it would be better is if Nickelback
Dude,
was headlining.
I'm not even gonna wear my wedding ring there. It's
It'd be
just all
like
divorced
it'd be
dad
like
rock.
Nickelback and Five Finger Death Punch, and it'd be like the ultimate dad tour right there.
And Nickelback. Don't forget about
Everyone in New Balances.
Man, fuck you, Bill.
They're comfy. Get my cross trainers on.
Anyway, so
I'm thinking about going though.
and
You can borrow a pair of my New Balance.
you want to fit in. You don't want to be like a
Are they
stranger
the
on the
white
outside
ones? The white New Balances?
No, I do. I do wear black ones.
Oh, I can't do
there. They're
that.
good
New
for
Balance?
posture, okay?
Huh?
You wear New Balance?
No, I've got on clouds.
On cloud?
Not right now. I got Crocs on right now because I'm old and it's hard to get your shoes on.
I like the slide off. Get you some Velcro strap shoes.
And those sunglasses with the little sign pieces.
You guys are all jerks.
And those like long grabby poles with those little triggers so you can reach stuff.
I feel like I might start rolling my dice with one of those.
Don't tempt me. I got you for the gift exchange.
That's
With a little walker and a grabber.
I am the
Make sure it
senior
has
member at
bloody
this
tennis balls on
table.
We'll get you some half-cut tennis balls so you can put it on there.
You gotta put
Clean
them
up
on the
scuffs
walker.
off
You
the
know, so
floor.
it'll scuff up your wooden floor.
It's gonna be
Anyway, so unless there's other business that you guys want to attend to in the evening, we will fast forward into the
I
morning.
go change my Depends, I guess.
Drink your prune juice.
Make sure
This
you
is
drink
my
fiber
prune
in the morning.
juice.
You'll be fine. Nothing eventful happens throughout the rest of the evening, and you guys meet up on the outskirts of the gates in the morning. Yeah, Bartholomew is procured. I couldn't say that word for some reason. Procured the wagon filled with the 50 barrels
Okay.
and a simple like canvas top covering it. It looks just like it doesn't look new. It doesn't stand out. It just looks like a wagon. Nothing about it seems
Perfect.
to say, hey, we're smuggling illegal goods. You guys also get back Clyde and Buttercup.
The envelope that he left me with my contact's name, what's that?
The contact is supposed to be in with the other caravan that you guys are meeting.
Oh, okay. Do I have a name or no?
The name of the person in the other caravan,
Yeah, like who I'm meeting up with to give the goods.
it just says Bear.
Bear. Cool.
This caravan is my backstory in a different campaign. So that character is hilarious to me.
And then follow-up question: is all of our bait and tackle shops around Faerun called the Hook, Line, and Sinker?
Actually, yes.
All right.
Yes.
Easy to
franchise?
know.
It's a franchise.
Yeah, it is.
You're like a fucking
But they
McDonald's.
actually make pretty good money from selling legitimate
It's a big
fishing
store.
supplies.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, if you're in Waterdeep and all that, you're by the shores.
You run a money laundering scheme.
Luskin and all that.
Hey, fucking Walter White.
Their whole thing
Ain't
is,
no
is
car
if the
washes.
business dried up,
At least they
they
got
had
a
something
backup.
else to fall back on.
Yeah, and brother, business is a booming.
So yes, you guys will be meeting up with the Gold Twist Caravan and somebody by the name of Bear.
Okay.
It's spelled like the animal, nothing weird.
Okay.
Not an acronym, no periods, just Bear.
Bear.
I told you I'd get him in there.
It makes me ridiculously happy. I don't know why.
It's Bear.
It was too good to not use in another campaign.
The gold twists are my
We just couldn't
backstory in a
bear it.
different campaign. My rogue.
Couldn't bear it.
She had this thing she wanted to do, and then I just expanded it like a lot, and it became so good. I'm like, this is just now a fixture in Faerun.
Just like the Hall Augustus.
Just like bigger. This is a bigger fixture.
Whoa.
So
That's pretty big.
any Faerun campaigns, this group of people will be around.
Cool.
Maybe not in the forefront, but in mention. Anyway, you guys meet up with Lavender, and he's just in a sort of almost like a carriage. He has just a small wooden crate. It's sort of ornate, but not too fancy looking. And he keeps it inside the carriage with him. The carriage is pretty plush. It's got like velvety sort of seats, and it's drawn by a couple of just white stallions. Nothing.
Just a couple white stallions.
Just a couple white stallions. These look like thoroughbred horses, though. These are high quality, well groomed. They do not look like your run of the mill travel animals.
Man, we thought he was broke. Damn.
Who has the highest perception?
Probably me.
I have +4.
Active or
Oh, we
passive?
might.
Mine's
Passive perception's 15.
mine's
Yeah,
17.
I was about to say, if he's proficient, he's probably got a really good one.
Passive. 17.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys have the highest. Never mind. I was gonna say I was gonna keep lookout for if anybody was like following us, and I also want to.
How we haven't even started yet?
Well, just when we start, because I'm gonna have to run upstairs here for a second.
Sure. Yep.
I just want to check to make sure nobody's following us, but I also want to check that Lavender doesn't seem on edge, like his composure, like he's not setting us up.
Make a perception check.
Okay. So +4.
Those who have high passive perception, you notice a few familiar faces from the Raiders camp.
9. I got a 9.
He seems on edge, not in a betrayal way, as in a nervous way.
Okay.
Do we notice anyone from our previous caravan?
Yes, you notice people from the Raiders camp, the guys that you shared the drink with.
Chuckles and Mustache?
Chuckles and Mustache.
Let's go.
I'm gonna go around. Like I'm gonna go to Gus first, and like fix his. Oh my God, Gus.
Wow.
Sorry.
Pull.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Hey, it's not a good. It's a good
It's
sorry.
It's a
It's
good
good sorry.
I miss Gus. He's not
Yeah.
dead or anything. But
You don't have to pull it up for him. He is not dead. The homie still
We'll
lives.
just cheers to.
yeah, Gus and Koch. So
The Holmes still lives.
we might be meeting them all soon.
I go over to Otis, and I'm just like, your pack looks a little loose, and I'm like setting it up and all that. And I'm like, yeah, keep an eye around, and I point out like some of the guys from that he knows, and from the previous, the caravan that we're supposed to be watching for the cultists, and I'm gonna do that to everybody, but not like he would know it, even though I blabbered my mouth in front of him.
You think I should go up to Chuckles and Mustache and like see if I can get some info or anything?
I say we get down the road a little bit. Let's get out of here,
eventually.
and that way we got a little bit more. We're moving, spread out a little bit, and that way it's not more. It's a little less conspicuous when you go up there and talk to them. Mm-hmm. Right now, where everybody's gathered around, it might look a little odd. So
Yeah, I'm with you. And I feel like I can get it. Like I got more medicine I can get to them, and they like the medicine, so I could probably get a little bit of info.
yeah,
See if they know.
I have noticed your medicine makes for loose lips.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
It really loosens everything out.
Oh
loosens
yeah.
the phlegm
Joints, lips, everything.
out. Yeah, it's a partial diuretic too, because it makes you pee a lot. Which you pee out the bad stuff,
Yeah.
so you feel better.
The last time I got hit it too hard, I don't think I peed out enough of the bad stuff because it was still feeling bad the next morning.
Well, you're just gonna need some more medicine then.
Not
That's the thing.
not right now.
Well, if you need some, take the edge off. I got you.
If I gotta hang around old Lemmy, play any more cards, I'm gonna need something to knock the edge off.
Yeah, you think we should create a card game that he doesn't know the rules to, and he's just automatically?
I don't
gonna
even
lose?
think he knows the rules to his own card game.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, I haven't played a lot of cards.
I'm not very confident that Mr. Lavender knows he can play very well with his cards.
Yeah, but at least you can't cheat with him.
But you know what? He is like diarrhea with his money. It just runs out.
Yeah, I don't think medicine can fix that.
So yeah, we get done with talking to Otis. I'm gonna go over to Fig and Fiora and just tell them the same thing. And by the time I get to you, you're like, yeah, I've already figured that out.
Okay. My brain just like completely stopped when the music stopped. I'm sorry. you went with Fig and what's going
Fig, I was just going to each individual except for Lemmy and
Got
just
it.
adjusting packs just to make it look, like we're just making sure everything's good
Those
to
of
go.
you with the higher perception that's seen the people from the caravan previously that you recognized, or from the Raiders camp that you recognized, more specifically Chuckles and Mustache. You guys have sat around and shared drinks with them. You see that they are escorting several what looks to be, I would say, bodyguard type individuals. The bodyguards themselves don't look stand outish in any way. They're not wearing like uniforms or they kind of just look like hired muscle. They are carrying around a palanquin.
So they're actually carrying it.
Yes.
Wow.
The palanquin itself is not quite 24 karat gold, but it has like a gold paint on it and fine curtains sort of draped around it so you can't see what is inside the palanquin. If those of you who are not familiar with what a palanquin is, it's one of those fancy things that royalty would have people carry them around in.
I wonder if that purple lady's in it. One with the robes.
Shit.
You know those robes that I still have in my bag?
There are other bodyguards with this particular thing. They are heading over to an area known as, on the outskirts of town, of the city, called Celeban's Yard. It's a place where people can purchase wagons, pack animals, and other supplies. And it looks like a few of the people are making a deal to purchase several wagons. As you're kind of loading up your own packs, you see them finish their deal, and they end up purchasing, making sure I'm telling this correctly, they purchase 5 wagons and the canvas materials needed to cover them. They begin loading in various crates, boxes, and other items that you're not sure what the contents of them are into the 5 wagons.
The Raiders camp people.
Yes. You guys get a pretty good look at their wagons, and you would be able to identify them should you guys get separated from the caravan for whatever reason. They're all of similar make and model. Nothing too incredibly flashy. And the armed troops carry the palanquin a little bit further outside of the town with a couple of the bodyguards. They're not in the caravan because the caravan really hasn't formed yet. The caravan is kind of formed.
Do any of them, not counting Chuckles and Mustache, do any of them recognize us from the Raiders camp?
None of them seem to be really looking around at anyone in the city.
Okay.
They're just kind of on their business.
All right.
They seem like business as usual, kind of.
So I know Chuckles and Mustache to be kind of like a couple of lively people and like, kind of joking around and stuff. Do they seem like their normal selves, or do they seem like
They seem a little bit
extra
more
strict?
down to business, and
They're sober.
they are kind of at the head of the palanquin as it's kind of walking around. You haven't ever really seen them this stern, but they're very much on duty right now.
Crispin, you know what's gonna be really funny? When they go to pick that up and you got Chuckles on one side, Mustache on the other, and Mustache is about 2 feet shorter than Chuckles is, it's gonna lean.
I don't understand.
Okay.
Because they're not lifting the things up.
But they're gonna lift it. They're gonna carry the palanquin.
No, they're guarding people that are.
They are guarding the people carrying the palanquin.
I thought they
Also,
was
probably
carrying it.
whoever is in the palanquin.
Well, that would be funny though.
It would be funny
I was
since
hoping
they
that
are
would
like. Yeah, I understand it. They'd be like you on one side, me on the other.
Yeah.
But
I think we should be careful getting close to that thing. That lady that we saw in there, she'd probably recognize us.
Well, I got a beard now, so maybe not.
Well, there's still
because
3 of us that she would recognize probably.
no, you're safe. As the only bullywog, this far north. But no, I'm sure you're
you saw
good.
Barty. He's a bullywog.
Oh, he ain't
Sorry,
traveling
too.
around.
The only 2
Once
bully
again,
ones.
I am corrected. I'm sorry. I stand corrected again.
I need you to think before you talk. So.
I'm trying. I am trying.
All right, so maybe we keep a little bit of a lower profile. My wagon here in the back is where I want it to stay, and I think we just congregate around my wagon.
I can't do this to the Colonel, and I know you don't want to do it to Rufus, but should we put him somewhere where they're out of sight, out of mind for a minute?
Well, I mean, Rufus can just climb up under the tarp.
Oh, yeah, and I've got the little sling pouch that I carry with.
Yeah, or you can put
Colonel.
Colonel under the tarp with Rufus, and shit goes down, they just hop right out in
Alright.
the thing, and they'll be covered.
All right, I'm gonna put him put Rufus in the Colonel with the Rufus. That way they're together.
Okay.
I think Rufus is smart enough not to take a bite at Colonel.
Yeah.
I'd say yeah.
They're like best buds. That's like Rufus's older brother.
I think the cart that we put him in, I would like to tie, not really tie, but it'd be like a loose, just so he could follow along. Is put Clyde tied to that one to kind of.
So the only cart that you guys officially have is the one carrying the goods. You could purchase another cart.
We already we have one of our
another
own.
one. I just don't know what we're doing with it.
You would have had to transport it from the other side of the city, which you can. I mean, you could have had somebody haul it around the outside of the city. They wouldn't let you take the cart through the city or your pack animals.
We could also just sell the other cart if we don't want to take it with us.
True.
But yeah, you definitely could have had arrangements. That's like those role-playing things that aren't really fun to act out. We'll just say that you
we
guys
have
would have
a
had
need
somebody bring
for
it
it?
on the other side.
I don't think we have need for it. I mean,
We're not carrying a giant abomination anymore, so.
if we just hook Clyde up to...
I'm not talking about Gulk.
yeah, if we hook Clyde
It was a
up
literal abomination.
Literal abomination.
to my carriage, I think it'd be good.
Yeah, we'll just do that. Just a loose one. That way he can pull loose if he needs to.
Okay.
Like it's not like he's very.
So Clyde is significantly bigger than Buttercup, like taller. Are you also bringing Buttercup?
Do we need both of them to
That's
haul
up.
this
That's up to
flag?
you guys. To carry the supplies, no. Clyde is more than capable.
Yeah, I don't think
This
we take more than we
fiendish
need
donkey is very strong.
Okay, so
and
yeah, we'll have Clyde pulling the wagon.
We leave Buttercup with hook, line,
You guys
and
also
sinker.
could slap a saddle on Buttercup and have someone ride Buttercup.
Does anyone... Frogs don't really ride horses.
Or you could leave her here, or sell her, or set her free.
I think we at least sell the wagon, but up to you what to do with Buttercup.
We could always board Buttercup with the funds that we get
Or
from
leave
the
him with
wagon.
the hook, line, and sinker, and we just
Yeah,
when we
Barty
come
take
back.
care of her.
Yeah.
That is also a definite possibility.
Hell, we could always just leave the wagon with him too.
Why not?
That way he could use it and maybe kind of rent it from us to
Or
haul
maybe-
supplies back and forth.
Yeah, if we come back to Baldur's Gate, we'll have a wagon here.
In case we need it.
And a horse. Yep. All right, we'll leave them with Barty.
Sure.
Okay. So you go back and make some arrangements with Bartholomew to take care of your wagon and Buttercup. He assures you that she will be treated with, or he, sorry, Buttercup is a he.
Yes.
Buttercup will be treated with the utmost respect. You know that all bullywugs have a respect for natural life, and they're not usually cruel to wildlife of any kind.
Except for snakes.
Except for snakes. And spiders, for some reason. They don't care for
hate
either one of
snakes.
those. But even stuff like scorpions and whatnot, like they don't really love them, but they don't, you know.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Plus, growing up in the swamps, a lot of times you guys are around a lot of millipedes and centipedes and icky things. So
It's like Code Red.
I was looking at the
Okay,
WoW
so,
characters on that.
you guys are procuring another wagon, or you're just letting Clyde haul
Get an in-game
the stash.
I think
Clyde
we-
hauls the stash.
Yeah.
Okay, and what
Yeah,
about
they have a
the
purple
pets? Are
and
you
a red
sticking
one.
them in the covered wagon?
Yep, with the stash.
Okay, is anybody riding in the wagon? There is a little bit room for maybe a couple of passengers in the wagon.
I'll ride. Excuse me. I'll ride in the wagon.
Okay.
And I'll practice card tricks while
Sure.
I'm in there, because obviously right now it's not going well for me. I'm on a little bit of a dry spell.
Fig kind of also wants to ride in the wagon because he wants to finish.
Someone
riding.
also can drive the wagon.
I would love for you to be.
I'm,
I would say that the seats on the wagon are, you can fit two comfortably on the driving.
I'm keeping watch, either walking or riding alongside the driver. It doesn't matter which.
Okay. How are you riding? On the driver's seat?
Yeah, either I'm walking alongside or riding with the driver. It doesn't matter.
So I've got Fig and Lemmy in the wagon in the back, Who's driving you, and who else is driving the wagon?
You want to drive? You want me to drive? Take shifts?
You can drive. I'll walk a little bit.
Give me the keys.
All right, I'll drive.
All right, and then we've got Crispin just walking. Okay.
We're going to switch off periodically.
Sounds good. All right, so the caravan itself, they talk about some of the arrangements, basically try to keep up. They tell you how long they're going to travel in between stops. You guys are going to be traveling for between 8 and 12 hours a day until you reach said destination. Weather may slow you down, potentially. This time of year, you are going to have to deal with winter at some point, probably coming soon. You guys have just escaped the fall season, and the early signs of winter could be heading soon. Potential rain. Any of the wagons that get slowed down by, wheels breaking or animals getting sick or anything. Picture Oregon Trail, but like more fun.
All right.
All those things are possibilities.
We're all dying of dysentery.
Other than dysentery.
Thanks for protecting from the cold.
Don't worry, we'll work through the details of that. They also let you know that it's not uncommon for other people to meet up from new towns and stuff along the way, smaller towns, and other people to leave the caravan. So you may see new people join and people who've been there since the start leave. That's not uncommon or weird. But they also let you know that you are free to leave whenever you want, and it's more of a safety in numbers kind of a thing. There is no one really in charge, so to speak, except for the head wagon, which seems to have organized it. They are a company of people who are basically hauling goods from Boulder's Gate to Waterdeep. It's a lot of goods and farm goods from the surrounding communities that they're going to be distributing into the big cities. So once they go from Waterdeep, they're going to head out to other smaller cities within that. There are several armed guards within that main group, and they basically said that any shenanigans will be dealt with. So, try not to be jerks.
What's that bar with all the funny shit on the walls?
What's that?
I said, what's the bar with all the funny shit on the walls?
Shenanigans?
As the line of caravan is kind of forming up, it's a pretty wide group of wagons and various people. I would say it's probably 2 wagons wide, several animals sometimes on the sides. It's greater than the length of or the width of the road that's heading out, and it's bigger than you guys thought it was gonna be. Honestly, there's way more wagons and crew and people in here. Some of them you don't know, you don't recognize. You do get a view of Chuckles and Mustache. They're not in the front. They're kind of closer to the middle. They don't really look like they're keeping a low profile, but they're keeping a low profile. You no longer see the palanquin. You're not sure where it's at, where it went, or what's going on with that. But you do recognize there are 5 wagons. They kind of take almost like an upside down V formation with 2 on the sides and 1 in the front. And there are at least a dozen guards guarding that caravan.
So Chuckles and Mustache are gone?
Chuckles and Mustache are with them.
Oh, with them, okay. Well, maybe now that they're not guarding. Do they seem more lax now that the Palanquin's gone?
A little, but still not like chill. They're definitely working right now.
Okay.
And you all begin your voyage to Waterdeep. I know it's taken several sessions, but we finally got here.
Yep, here we go.
All right. So,
What's that powdered sugar? It's delicious.
It's delicious. The lice hate it.
okay.
I don't want a large fart.
It's going to be. Let me make sure I tell you exactly how many actual days of travel.
It's for a cop.
This journey is going to last roughly 40 days.
40 days.
40 days.
That's a lot of time.
Okay, I changed my mind. I'm not switching out with Crispin. I'm riding in the cart.
Most travelers hope these days are monotonous and uneventful. There will be many days that pass with no excitement. I'm not going to narrate 40 freaking days of things happening. Sometimes it's okay for things to just be boring. Okay.
I'm bored.
I'm going to need someone to roll a d20.
Ooh, celestial person.
I got it.
Okay, Fig the fireman.
2-2.
He's gonna be our fire marshal. That's his retirement job.
And how'd we do?
2.
Your guys' first day of travel is boring and uneventful. The weather is it's a bit crisp, but you guys are able to set up a camp. You guys kind of form like a large circle on the outside of the road. Several large fires kind of in the middle, warding off any potential danger. This is not a group of things that I would just haphazardly come in as bandits and attack. There's dozens and dozens of people in this caravan. So you guys feel pretty well. I wouldn't say protected, but you don't feel like you're going to just get ambushed in the middle of the night, unless it's something very big.
Can so the scroll I started takes 3 days to make. Is that something I can work on over the next?
You can work on it each night.
So I'm assuming I paid for the stuff, like the materials beforehand.
You are able to work on it each night.
Cool.
You're able to craft anything during this time that you normally would craft when you're doing your downtime.
Oh, so
Sweet.
can I break up my potion making?
Mhm.
Okay, I guess I'll start making potions in the evening, like an hour or two.
Because you guys are going to be resting for roughly at least 12 hours of the day.
Okay.
Basically, once it gets dark, you guys are done.
Well, since you have more time, do you want to make more expensive potions?
I don't know how that works, to be honest.
You guys
pretty
can't
sure
craft
that-
like blacksmith things or
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's
forge
whatever
things, but scribing some scrolls and making some potions, yeah, I'd say that would be fine. Cooking food or snacks, things like that, you can definitely do that.
For craft.
Crafting arrows or
Kind of have to look it up.
just finding sling bullets, things like that. Okay, so I'll let you guys keep track of your scrolls and potion making. Remember, it's going to take you guys 1 day to create most of these things, right?
8 hours.
All right, so we will start the second day of travel. Who wants to roll the d20?
I'll do it.
Oh my god.
It's a crit.
Oh wow.
That's not a good thing.
That could potentially not be
That
a good
means
thing.
So this dice, even though it rolled a crit, it's bad.
Why? Why is it bad?
Because it does bad things.
Imagine if it's a blizzard.
Okay. I need someone to... Actually, I'm going to roll this.
That's a good sign.
Your dice always gets me.
Your dice suck. You know what? Put my dice on hold.
They have been for like 2 years now.
For another 2 years.
Yeah. You can hold on to them.
It tastes like a purple popsicle, and it smells like it too.
I wouldn't go with it. Tastes like a purple popsicle.
It's not quite there, but it's close.
But it does smell really good. It's way better than the teas.
It's better than most of them. The grape is the best.
I mean, it is.
It's grape static.
That's quite tastic. It's not better than Blackberry Crown
Blackberry Crown's a kick ass.
with lemonade.
Lemonade killer.
I wonder if an Arnold Palmer would be good. A Blackberry Arnold Palmer.
That would. I mean, Arnold Palmer with the peach.
It's good. We're on to something. I call it. We should make some of the Michael Scott drinks. One of everything. It's like one part for mood. It's like 9 different shots in one thing. And then 2 packets of Splenda.
So as you guys are traveling earlier in the morning, you see one of the other merchants in the caravan. He comes up and he approaches Otis. He's sort of a, I don't know, and just an average-looking human. Nothing really about him stands out. He's got sort of dirty blonde hair. Looks like he hasn't shaved in a few days. He's probably in his mid-30s to early 40s, and he looks more like a farmer than a swordsman or anything like that. He's wearing very common clothes, and you're not sure exactly what it is that he's doing in the caravan. You haven't really seen him around. But he comes up to you as you're driving, kind of like getting the wagon ready to head off. Hey, I really like your hat.
Thank you.
Would you be interested in selling it?
Yeah, I bought it for 5,000 gold.
5,000 gold?
No, it's That looks that good, don't it?
I mean, the most I could give you for is maybe 20 gold.
I paid a little bit more than 20 for it, so I'm gonna have to say no.
I feel like you got ripped off. 20 gold seems like a very fair price for that piece.
Yeah, but watch this, and I take it off, and the beard goes away.
50 gold.
Still, it's paid more than that.
Throwing away perfectly good money, and he kind of throws his hands up and he wanders back.
Don't be a cheapskate.
You guys travel for probably about 3 or 4 more hours, and he kind of comes up to you again on horseback. Look, I'd really like to have that hat. As you can see, my beard is not great.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. You should have seen Crispin's beard a few days ago.
I
That's
would,
when he said, I'm like,
I would really, I could do 100 gold.
I'm trying to remember how much I paid for it. I think I paid like 200 for it.
I don't care how many hats you wear, your beard will never be as majestic as this beard.
Yeah, whatever you say, Slick.
It's not slick no more. It grew back.
Yeah, I think I paid 200, so I'm still saying no. I'm sorry, man. The price is the price, and you know I can't take a negative cut here. It was custom built for my head, custom color, and I'd like to help you out, but you got to be talking my money.
What color is the facial hair that this merchant does have, like, sprouting out?
Looks like baby blonde.
I'm like, dude, sir, do you really want to have a ginger beard?
Hey,
Like, they're looked, I mean,
what you got to say about ginger beards?
on a frog it's fine, but he's a human merchant, right?
Mhm.
And I'm like, well, you know, among the humans, like the gingers, they say they've been touched by the nine hells when they have no soul, from what I've heard. not on just from human talk, not for bullywugs. I mean,
You want to eat frog legs next?
you know, I told you I will not eat no more of them in your presence. I say that like,
Yep. I'm gonna eat some human finger someday in front of you.
you know what?
That's not a promise. That's a threat.
We'll try them together. They're like chicken fingers.
I really just like the look of the hat, and I would really like to buy it.
Yep.
And I feel like 100 gold is definitely a fair price.
Well, when I paid 5,000 gold for it,
Well, then you got ripped off
well,
Why are you getting so damn angry over a damn hat?
because he's asking a ridiculous price, trying to con me out of more money.
I wouldn't
Well,
say-
obviously, I mean, you know he didn't give no 5,000 gold for that. Like,
Yeah, I didn't pay 5K, but I did pay 300, and I ain't gonna take a cut. I'll take an even exchange, but I ain't gonna take a cut on it.
the man just wants his money back.
150. That's the best I could do.
So I'm not great with math, but 150.
That's only half of what you're asking
That's
for.
what I thought. So in 2 more days, when you find the other 150 up from your 20 gold that you originally offered me for it, then we can talk.
I hope your wagon wheel breaks and he wanders off.
That is not very nice, sir.
I'm gonna thaumaturgy farts coming out of his horse.
He gives you the finger the whole way as he's riding back.
You want some aloe vera for that,
And
bro?
that horse has just got the trotting toots now for a little while.
Is
Hey,
there a kid? Is there any kids like in this caravan?
Not a lot, but a few.
Not me. All right, I feel like we should get like one of the kids and let him borrow your hat and be like, I just bought this off that frog person for 1 gold piece. He gave it to me to run an errand and go buy the.
You guys are total douches.
I like that. Let's do it.
We're always fucking
All right.
around.
But we gotta stay close by so he don't try to rip it off the kid's head. So,
Well, I'll just shoot him in the face.
all right, we'll do that.
God
So,
damn. I'll just
So-
shoot him in the face.
yes, Chris Moon and his little, mischievous side's like, okay, so I'm gonna go with kids and be like, give him the deal and be like, yeah, he's gonna let you borrow this hat and we'll give you a couple silver pieces, but you gotta say this. It's not really a lie. You know what? Just do it and we'll pay you a little bit. And it'll help you when we get to Waterdeep or wherever you're going.
So you guys are giving the kid a hat?
No, we're gonna let him wear it.
Just like borrow it.
Borrow it so he can walk by the merchant and he's just gonna strut by the merchant and be like, look at my beard.
Okay, so the little kid, he's like, yeah, I'll do that.
Here, half now, half when you're done.
I'd do it for free, but I like money.
No, you know what?
We give you some medicine too.
Give you some medicine so you never get sick.
So he puts the little hat on, and poof, big, burly, orange beard pops out.
I told
And he
you,
pops
all
his-
humans gonna get that. This is
He puffs his chest out real big, as big.
and
as
we
he can.
point out the merchant.
He's
We're
probably
like,
about 14.
Yeah.
Okay,
he's,
good.
he's just like a normal human, like 14 years old with his little coveralls. He's popping his chest out. He walks over to the merchant, all like, "Look what I just bought." And you hear him talking. Sold it to me for 1 gold. He said it would make me look more manly, and maybe now one day I'll get hair on my chest to match the hair on my face.
I like to think he's got like blonde hair. It's red.
It's
ass
like
beard.
real blonde, like very blonde. And the merchant is just like, you just see his face get like really flustered and red, and he kicks at the boy to get away from him.
Jesus.
And the boy's like, and he just walks back towards you guys with all chest.
That was awesome.
I'm gonna give him 2 gold pieces for that one because it was so good.
You guys kind of look over and you see him. He's like talking to someone else that he's with, and he's not even paying attention to what's going
Like,
on.
how many people are in your family?
in my family?
Yeah,
Oh,
that are on this caravan.
Oh, it's just me and mom and dad and my sister.
You know what?
We're
There-
just moving. That's it.
You know what? I don't care. It was so good. Here's 4 gold pieces, 1 for each family member.
That's more money than my dad made last year.
You know what? Y'all deserve it. That was funny. I put you in a predicament that you probably should have
tell
been.
Dad I only got 2.
You know what? I didn't hear it.
So you're doing the Lord's work, and so you got to get paid like the
Yeah,
Lord
Frog
pays.
Jesus said,
He
Good
puts
job.
he puts all the coins in his pocket and he walks over. You see him. He's talking to his parents. He's like, Dad, look, and he hands him the 2 gold. He hands him 2 of the 4 gold pieces. He's like, yeah, that guy over there, that guy, yeah, the priest guy with the chicken, yeah. He's like, what did he have you do? He just had me put a hat on. He just had me put a hat on and go over and talk to this guy, and he's like, and that was
Crispin's
worth 2
like,
gold?
why do I hear that more often than I want to?
He's like, and you just hear him talking like, that was worth 2 gold. He goes, apparently so. He wanted to play a trick on that guy. He goes, oh well, thank you. And he tips his hat at you. Thank you.
Does the merchant guy who got all pissed off look back at us?
No, he actually wrote up a head.
When he comes back, double flipping him with a bird.
I'm not going to do that.
Just for Frog Jesus.
For Frog.
For
That's-
Frodo.
It's
You say Frogo?
For Frodo.
it's probably now about a couple hours before the sun's going to set for the evening. You guys are going to probably be setting camp up pretty soon. And you look as the sun is sort of like setting off on the horizon. You're riding to the north. The sun is setting off into the west side of the main road. You see all the colors of the leaves as the last bits are sort of hanging onto the trees. And you, who has the highest passive perception?
It's between them two. They're
Okay,
both tied.
I would say you're kind of on the outside and you're driving the wagon. You both notice that there's sort of this like shining gold, something shining in gold coming from the woods not far from the main road, and it looks like it's sort of like galloping through the woods.
Like a smaller, medium, large, huge.
Towards us, away.
Like how far
It's just
away?
galloping through the woods. The woods doesn't intersect with the road. It's like it kind of runs perpendicular to it, and it's just kind of like
Oh, it's
galloping.
just freely just running through the woods.
Yep.
Like,
I still have my find familiar omen, so I'm gonna send Omen the Raven off to go see what it is.
Okay.
Get a closer look.
So you're seeing through the animal's eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. As your bird flies off, your celestial-looking bird, constellation-type bird,
Kind of blends in with the sky.
it flies along and immediately its eyes focus in on this like shining, shimmering gold thing that looks like it's kind of galloping through the dense woods. As you get a little bit closer, you realize that it is not galloping. In fact, it is flying above the sky, above the tree line, just barely, keeping itself concealed enough. It is, upon closer inspection, a long, almost serpentine-looking, gold-scaled dragon.
Crispin, there's a fucking dragon. It's a fucking dragon.
A gold dragon?
Yeah.
It looks sort of small. You've personally never seen a dragon. You've heard stories of dragons, and you would guess this one to be young.
It's kind of small. I think it's on the younger side, but I've only ever seen one dragon, so.
That's false.
Should we investigate it, or I mean,
It looks still very similar to like the Chinese zodiac dragon, the long sort of like serpentine body, and it's floating with like no wings. It's just kind
like how far?
It's like I said, it's kind of going above the trees, and what caught your eye was the shimmer of its gold scales. And as your bird's kind of looking down, it looks like he's kind of smiling, and he's just kind of like floating through the woods. Just
Oh, so he looks like he's having a good
he's
time.
having a great time.
Not like he's like stalking anyone.
Nope.
Okay. I think he's just living his dragon life. I'm not sure. I don't think he means to bother us.
Well, I mean, how far away?
It's probably 100 yards from the wagon.
Oh,
itself.
I mean, if it was gonna bug us, it'd been over here
Yeah.
already.
I'm gonna keep an
I
eye
mean, there's
on it.
plenty of snacks over here for it. Horses, kids,
People.
unruly merchants. They like to flick Otis the bird. I hope he eats him. I'm gonna go pray I didn't say that.
As
Ask for forgiveness.
Yeah, my-
as this serpentine-looking dragon is the best word to describe it. You've not seen one quite like this, or even heard of one that fits this description. It's got like the long, almost like mustache tendrils coming off of its face, and like the fins coming out on the side of its head. And his eyes are kind of closed, and he's just floating along, just having a great time, just flying, not at a fast pace, just kind of dodging in and out of the trees, almost instinctually. And then he kind of looks as he hears the flapping of your bird's wings, trying to keep up with it. And he looks, and he kind of looks up at the bird, and a little bit startled, and kind of smiles, and then he shoots up into the air, and kind of winds around and goes up to greet the bird. Hello, bird. Oh, you can't talk. Oh, well, he kind of reaches out his little claw to give it a little pat on his head. And the movement's very fast, so the bird doesn't even have much time to react. He gives it a little pat, and then he kind of swoops back out, and he's now flying above the trees, kind of just moving through the air like a giant S.
So I'm sitting in the wagon, and I've got my eyes closed, and because I'm still seeing through my omen's eyes, I'm like, Crispin, it just patted my head. A dragon just patted me on the head.
patted you on the head or the bird on the head?
The bird. I'm seeing
Oh,
the bird's
because
eyes.
I'm standing right here. I don't see him pat you on the head. Well, I mean, obviously it might be friendly at least towards birds.
Yeah.
So I say we send Fig. I mean, Lemmy, you know. And he's good for gambling, so we'll just gamble his life. Oh my God, I've been hanging
As
around.
you guys are like having this conversation, you see something's like kind of blot out the sun a little bit as it's flying up above. It's not big. It's about
Something else is blocked.
3 individual things are blocking out the sun. You can't quite tell what they are, but they're some sort of winged creatures, and they seem to be descending upon the caravan. As you get a little bit closer, you look, and they look like some sort of like eagle-faced, large birds with lion bodies.
Oh my God.
And they are moving kind of like into attack position to come down on the caravan.
Oh.
I guess, yeah, we're going to notify the caravan. Just scream out,
Those things.
like, stop the caravan, everybody get in protection mode. Just, everybody guards up, you know. Just
I'll
point.
dive in the cart.
That sounds par for the course.
Unless someone grabs me, I don't see any of this unless I can see it through my.
And I'm gonna grab her and like shake her just to get
Wait,
her out of the
what?
bird vision.
What the fuck? Oh.
Piss on that bird, y'all. You get back in us. Otis, get the guns ready.
Huh? Goes ready.
Big.
As you're kind of preparing
Fireball.
for battle, they're getting a little bit closer, and they're probably about the distance that the smaller dragon was before when you first made your approach. They're coming basically down at an angle, and they look like they're trying to get ready to swoop in on either the caravan itself or maybe some of the animals in it. You recognize these as griffins.
I'm gonna take a shot at the one because I can shoot pretty far.
As you are getting ready to take a shot with it, you notice a shining bolt of golden light that shoots in front of the three griffins, and it looks like this almost illusory explosion, like a firework, explodes in front of them, and it sends a brilliant flash of golden light out into the sky. You see these massive wings form from the approach of this explosion, and what once was a very small-looking dragon now has become a much larger serpentine dragon, blocking off these griffins from attacking the caravan. You hear a bellowous roar let loose, and you see a puff of golden flame erupt from its mouth up into the sky. You see the griffins kind of turn tail, and they're like, you see fear in their eyes, and they head off in the other direction.
Well, I guess stand down.
You were just getting ready to
Thank God I didn't.
When I see the explosion, I'm like, did you shoot off something, Otis? Is that from the new gun?
Yeah, that was me.
Damn!
I know.
Rocket hooked it up, right?
Yeah, that cane gun.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Hold on, I
She
gotta see
can't
if I'm
do
gonna
doors
believe you.
for shit, but she does.
I haven't
cook
rolled.
real nice.
We haven't rolled tonight, so
Insight check.
insight check. No, I rolled a 26.
He's lying his ass off.
Maybe.
I'm like,
Maybe not. Yep. You win.
I'm gonna go. I like that gun, Otis.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pretty cool gun.
You know, I might look into something like that when we get back to Baldur's Gate someday.
The caravan is kind of looking and seeing what's going on. They've stopped moving just for a second as everyone was like preparing arms, and you still see this like large winged gold creature sort of glittering off into the sun as it kind of shrinks back down into its normal size and flies up towards the caravan.
Do I know anything about gold dragons or this?
You're not even sure that
particular
this is a
species?
gold dragon. You just know that it's gold and it's like dragon-like.
Okay.
But what you do know about gold dragons is that they have been rumored to be kind. And they're not usually aggressive or malicious, or they don't hold a lot of the same sort of values that other chromatic dragons
Is
hold.
he closer to the head of the caravan or
Kind
close-
of in the middle, where
middle.
roughly where you guys are at.
They call it the golden.
Well, I'm gonna take a shot here, like you did, and I wink at him like I blinked. I'm like,
I don't get it.
and I'm gonna like with the glaive in hand, my shield's on my back. I'm gonna like use it kind of as a walking staff, and I'm gonna walk forward with the hand forward at the gold dragon to kind of wave it down.
I come in peace.
Okay. He kind of sees this gesture as a welcoming sign, you think, and he swoops around down and sort of lands on the ground. And as he's now standing upright, he's only about 6 feet tall, like leg to the top of his head, and his tail extends out probably another 3 feet. He's very long and slender-like, and he kind of smiles at you, and he's got this big mouth full of very white, sharp teeth. And he kind of like, as he's sort of smiling, you see like his tongue sort of stick out a little bit, and it's very serpentine, and it goes back into his mouth. It's forked, kind of, and then it goes back into his mouth. His eyes are of a really bright blue color. They look odd on this gold frame, and these scales look as though they were dipped in solid gold. These, the fins on the side of his head are sort of white, and then laced with these very thick membranes of like gold scales.
Do I feel safe?
He gives off the presence of not being harmful.
So I'm gonna, with the glaive, I'm gonna kind of like thank you for helping the caravan. I'll do like a little kneel down and.
No thanks, needed friend. The griffins are just hungry looking for food. But they can find it elsewhere.
So, I'm not very. I don't know if I've seen Well, I'm not even gonna lie. I've never seen your kind before. You've seen probably plenty of humans.
I've seen many, yes.
But what are you yourself? I want to say a gold dragon, but you are a lot smaller from the stories I've heard.
I'm still growing.
Oh.
Not quite full size yet. But I just happened to be out on a flight and adventuring in the world, exploring and discovering new things, trying to find a nice place to call home. And saw a bird.
And around that time, I probably walk up because I've had Omen come back, sit on my shoulder. And I'll
That
come
bird. And he kind of points his little tiny claw. That one right there. I like birds.
Now we have a lot of peculiar animals in our group.
I would say birds are my favorites. I don't know why. I've always really liked them. Maybe a bit envious. Sometimes I wish that I had feathers.
Oh, okay. So you just don't like the taste of them.
Oh no. I love birds. I eat a lot of things, but birds is not on the menu.
Oh, okay.
Not often.
Don't you have a bird?
Hmm.
So don't you have a bird?
So I am sorry if I frightened you.
I don't know if you really frightened us because we saw you flying around. Looked like you were happy doing what you were doing.
I was having a great time.
And you could just let them griffins do their thing, but you took time away from your...
I sensed that there was pure hearts here. Not sure where the pure hearts are, but
Put your hand down.
he kind of looks over at you and kind of just smiles. I really hope so. I do sense a good spirit in you. And
Might be
I
like
just
inside.
wanted to help. I could have let them, but you're not part of nature's design. There are many wild animals and beasts for them to slay. And I know that they're just trying to eat, which is why I didn't hurt them.
No, it saves both of us. Them and us.
But I also heard children, and children shouldn't have to witness such horrific things.
That is true.
You are a man of faith, yes?
That is correct.
And who do you worship?
Lathander himself.
Lathander.
You will never get me to say Frog Jesus.
Yes.
That's it.
Yet.
I have been known to associate with those who worship Lathander. Those with good and pure hearts, and maybe it was your heart that I detected.
I don't know. I sometimes I do stray a path. I do surround myself with friends that do lead me down little side paths, but I try to come back to the true path.
Not everyone can walk the straight and narrow forever.
I don't think there is a straight and narrow. You got to zigzag every once in a while.
I agree. And he kind of smiles.
Mean.
The name is Ballerin.
What was that again?
Ballerin.
Ball.
Ballaron. Ballerin. And I am a gold dragon.
So, Ballerin, is this just coincidence, or are you out here looking for those true of heart?
Well, I woke up this morning and the sun was bright and shining, and it seemed like as good a place as any to head out. I saw evidence of travelers and birds, and then I followed a pack of birds for a while, but I think I spooked them a little bit. Again, looking for a place to call my own. My own den, my own lair, so to speak. You know, us dragons, we love our lairs.
So we've heard, and are we away from like the rest of the caravan?
I'd say you guys have kind of like walked away as everyone's kind of getting the stuff back up to hell
So
the last
I want
couple
to walk a little closer and like keep the voice down, because I think maybe after all the instances of speaking up in front of large crowds, maybe kind of tone it down a little bit. I'm like, so being a dragon yourself, have you heard any rumors, whispers about any of these cultists or any movement amongst the dragons themselves?
There is whispers and rumors among the chromatics. Us metallics sort of stay out of the affairs of other dragons.
Well, we're here, and I'm gonna relay to him. You know what we have. I feel like there's a little bit of a trust factor here.
You
And
feel very comfortable around this individual.
And I'm gonna relay him, you know, our experiences with the Cult of Dragon, and they did talk about, talking about the, hold on, here we go. We talk about the dragons who we've encountered and everything along the way. Jesus.
They sound as though they are worshippers of the chromatic line dragons. And amongst my kind, there are two deities that dragons mainly worship. Bahamut, which is a great silver dragon and lord of the metallics. And the mother of chromatic dragons, Tiamat.
That is the one that we have heard brought up.
It's possible that this group is worshippers of that particular deity. And they are very much real, although Tiamat's last whereabouts are unknown. I believe, according to legends amongst my kind, she was banished to the 9 hells.
What about a Lenathon? Lenathon. The blue dragon.
I'm not familiar with Lenathon.
We've had our encounters with her.
What about Gramies?
I don't honestly know very many chromatics, unless they have made an infamous name for themselves, unfortunately.
No, to be honest, you're the first of the metallics that I've ever ran into. And to be honest, once again, you're probably the second dragon I really ran into. So, you know. Third dragon. Yeah, okay, never mind. We're running into a lot of dragons lately.
Well, if you want to know a chromatic dragon, this is Rufus. He's the best boy.
And he kind of looks down at your animal companion, your friend, your compatriot, your partner, and he kind of takes his little claw and he kind of holds it out, and Rufus kind of at first kind of ducks down, and then he kind of grabs onto it. And he's like, "Oh, he's a fighter!"
Yeah, he is.
That's awesome.
Make Papa proud. That grew up so quick.
Well, you keep an eye on that one.
I'm gonna.
Not all dragons are evil.
Oh,
It's a rumor that unfortunately is spread about my kind.
Well, I'm sure they say the same thing about humans.
That's
Not all of us are evil either.
I've met many good ones.
There are many bad ones, just of any race. So
Not frogs, though.
I haven't met a bad frog yet. I will say that.
Probably those ones you were
Sometimes we hide amongst
Just the
your
ones I was
people.
eating because they were just.
Keeping an eye on you to make sure that you're still worth trusting.
There are some of us.
Well, we take the guise of mortals sometimes.
I thought that was just fairy tales they told us as kids.
Where do you think the fairy tales came from? Just be careful. There are people out there who would use that guise to their advantage.
So you can, like, turn into a human?
Oh, absolutely. Well, dwarf, but yes, I prefer dwarf.
Oh, what name do you go by when you use dwarf?
Ballerin.
Oh, okay.
That's my name.
I know if, like, since you disguise and you
Oh,
disguise it.
well, I'm not a famous dragon or anything, so
Not yet.
well, maybe one day I'll make a name for myself. I'm hoping to do a lot of good in the world.
I think you just did with a couple dozen people.
Well, then remember my name. Any amongst you that write songs or poems, write one about me. Talk about my kindness
Did you just
and the
look
kindness
at-
of dragons.
I'm gonna whisper. I don't even think he can spell his name.
And that would be a good start. There should be more songs and poems about the kindness of dragons and not the harshness of dragons.
So I task you with that. And that would be all the thanks I need.
Well, we'll definitely tell a campfire story. I don't know about no poems or songs.
Carry my name on.
I can ribbit your name like a bat out of hell, but it's like one note.
I appreciate that. Well, I'm not sure exactly what your journey is, but good luck in it. I am going to continue looking for a place to call home.
Is there any way we can, like, contact you again, or just hope?
You feel you might need my aid again?
No, you never know. Or maybe just, friendly chat.
That could be arranged. And he kind of fumbles around. It's like he's looking for pockets, but he doesn't have any pockets. And he kind of rips off one of his loose gold scales, and he flicks it at you. All you have to do is grab that scale and call my name.
I won't bother you much unless it's an emergency, or maybe give you some more information about what we just talked about.
Well, it's good, because if you do that, I'll appear.
Oh, I don't want. I don't really want to do that too
But
often.
if you need my counsel, that would be a way to gain it. You seem like trustworthy people, and you seem to have a pure heart.
Yes.
You now are in possession of the scale of Balarin. It is a very rare item.
So
Does not require attunement. It has no monetary value, but it is the scale of a gold dragon, and it can be used one time to summon a gold dragon.
Oh, one time. Okay, so we're make it worth it. It's not like a bit like, hey, I was just lonely here drinking, and just
It
wanna
calls
hang-
this particular gold dragon to wherever you're at.
Oh,
Okay.
shoot, I butt dialed him.
I just oh shit! I sat on the
I'm
scale.
sorry. I pocket dialed you. I'm sorry.
Give me another one.
Give me another one.
It's my 5th one.
You're naked. Where
But
all your scales
good
go?
luck in your travels.
Hey, likewise, and praise Frog Jesus.
I'm not sure who that is, but I'm sure he is a wonderful fellow.
Well, you heard of the Lathander feller? Frog Jesus? Better.
Better than Lathander.
I know. You heard it here first.
He kind of looks at you with mischievous eyes, like he can kind of tell that you're just talking, but he just lets it go.
This is our sign. Frog Jesus sign. Rock on.
I knew another prophet by the name of Dio who went by that sign.
Oh, probably not the same guy.
Might not have been. He sang songs about unicorns and dragons.
And dragons?
Mhm.
Well, Frog Jesus does like dragons.
One of the great bards to speak kindly of my kind.
Is he located Waterdeep?
I'm not sure. Maybe he's on tour.
Maybe we'll catch a show. We're going to the Augustus League of Taverns.
Oh, I've drank there.
Really?
I have.
Who's
I
your,
thought about setting up shop there.
Who's your favorite person who's there tending the bar?
Oh, it's definitely Gus. It's all the plants. There are
Really?
a lot now.
Yeah, I imagine.
there are definitely many. Although I have had many a drink with Cratch.
His name is Crotch?
It's Cratch.
Oh, that's weird.
He shows up from time to
Cratch.
time and instigates drinking contests with some of the locals, and almost bested him one day. Almost.
It sounded like somebody named their kid while they were vomiting.
Yeah, or scratching their nards.
You know, I
that
watched
is
him
terrible.
one day. There was a couple of rowdy customers, and he picked up a serving tray and winged it at them, like some sort of deranged lunatic, and it
Oh,
bounced
man.
off of their heads.
Damn.
Captain Waterdeep. Yeah,
Yeah,
Captain
he's
Water.
definitely the muscle. Well, we'll definitely ask for these Cratch and Gus. Sounds like a show, doesn't it?
They're great gentlemen.
We'll definitely ask for them at the bar when we get there.
Tell them Balarin sent you.
Oh, does that mean we get like free drinks or something?
I don't know about that, but
I feel like he's a dwarf that would have like golden locks and a golden long beard. And just like drink them out of everything that's in there.
Probably.
Whole stock.
Have like the dragon's thirst.
well, it looks like your caravan is leaving, and I must be on my way. But it was really pleasant meeting some of you.
Likewise.
I will save this for an important time.
I hope so.
I'm gonna kind of on the walk with the caravan, I'm gonna kind of like chisel a little hole in there and like put it with the medallion with Lathander. That way, it's still close by.
Okay. And you see Ballerin sort of float off.
Damn it! It popped right up in my face.
And he kind of looks down on the caravan one last time before flying off and kind of gives you guys a little wave and smiles and disappears in a burst
No,
of gold.
I figure you're like this.
Drive Jesus out.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session, is at the end of day 2 of travel, meeting Ballerin. It's 10 o'clock. It's time to wrap it up.
Yes.
We will not be doing the Tyranny of Dragons next week. We will be doing the Holiday Christmas special next week
On
Friday.
Same time, though.
Same time. So we will be back on the at 7 p.m. Eastern on Friday. We'll be doing the holiday one-shot ran by our very own Bill. We're all very excited. We should have another guest player as well. I believe Jason's going to be joining us and playing one of the characters.
Probably do some periodic giveaways during it. We did hit our 2,000. We're at 2,120 followers, so I'm only like a slight 120 followers off. But doing a giveaway for the 2,000 goal. Everybody that's in the live stream will get entered. So make sure you enter. It's should be a good one.
I think it'll be good. We don't actually know what the adventure is about, but I'm sure it will be holiday/Christmas themed.
Probably holiday.
And I get to play a character, so I'm very excited about this. But until next week, again, we will not be on the air Wednesday. We will be on the air the 20th.
Yes.
Which is Friday. So thanks everybody again for tuning in. All the subscribes and likes and comments, we appreciate it. And we will be back next week.
All right.
Deuces.
Are we off?